This is starting to piss me off, and it's pissing me off that people are just taking this verbatim and they see a long document and they decide that it's true. Not that she regretted it in the moment or afterwards, as we can see through these messages, that she regretted it because he wouldn't get with her. It seems like there was clearly some jealousy in the fact that he was talking about f***ing other people. Like, you can't just reframe things to be the way that you want them to be. When you show that you're continuously talking to this guy, you're clearly wanting a relationship out of him, and then as soon as he fully rejects you and you're done with it, that's when you accuse him of assault. Fuck you. It does not make sense to describe this as fawning weeks after. That is not how fawning works. You did not read the full document. Or two, you have the, critical thinking skills of an infant. And news that isn't petty and fabricated, a sim drama, I don't know what that is, but okay. Rin/no longer null, the former lead composer for Pressure, released a lengthy document credibly accusing Zeal, your friend Zeal, of sexual assault, emotional manipulation and abuse, and more. I am mobile and cannot directly attach the document at this time, which got resolved. This was released anonymously to Twitter within the last hour and is a developing situation, but the going's fucking grim. Doc attached. I couldn't use Google's own tools for it, blah blah blah, that's fine. But for those coming from the community feature post who do not want to trudge through nearly 200 pages of this document, Bulletkin has a post here with some of the meat of it.
So Death is the sequel?
Including a direct text copy of the RIP accounts. I have a follow-up post featuring multiple higher staff. At least one of them is implicated in a cover-up operation in the doc, quitting development of the game, and getting called out for trying to cover their tracks. I continue with the follow-up in this post. Bulletkin says, I've been going through the Google Doc and here's what I found. And as usual, let me just say this before we get into it. Big thanks to Digital Thunder, Bulletkin, I know that Spectating has a post later in here. Big thanks to all the farmers who do the work and help things become digestible for us. You know? But, I've been going through the Google Doc and here's what I found. So, Wylanda says they aren't beating the allegations of BPD people being crazy, i.e. Turkey Tom's accusers. It is clarified at the top that no longer Null has diagnosed BPD. Okay. I'm diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. It goes into the symptoms. It's easy to villainize them. I'm not including this to excuse anything I or he did, or to suggest that my diagnosis caused what happened. I'm including it because people often weaponize mental health diagnoses to discredit victims, especially when it looks like those victims stay attached, minimize harm, or struggle to leave. My diagnosed BPD helps to explain why this looks insane and not normal, why it was easier to keep me hooked through pain. It does not make the events of this document any less of what it was. It does not erase screenshots, timelines, physical evidence, or what he or others said and did to me. They both plan to meet each other, up with each other at RDC. RDC is the official Roblox business conference that invites their top creators to meet each other in San Francisco. You know, if you've seen any of my streams, you know that we have heard some horror stories about RDC, but okay. When will you get to RDC? Which day? Zeal says. Ren, 1st of September I arrive at night. Why? Same time as me. Whoa, where are you staying? Let's meet up. Marriott. Oh, I'm in the one in front of it, the Westin. Marriott was fully booked when I was gonna book. All RDC people are there, even Blank. Me and Blank are gonna be in Westin. I'm also bringing silly Blank snacks, and Blank's going to film us reacting and stuff. I'm assuming that's probably marijuana. And Blank 2 is coming. Blank bought a cool-ass fucking camera so that I can take photos of everything and everyone, since I'm the only photographer in the group with college courses. Okay. So stupid. Idiot. She's so me. Do you know kenning a character is when you look at a character and go, they're like me, they're me, but character. I ken her. Heh. I know that. I find it silly, but I don't mind. What are your plans for RDC? TBH, not too sure. Blank is planning stuff, but I don't know really. I want to meet up with Cyborg. Hope he's still up for it because he said we'd go to a cafe. I'm gonna meet you and pick you up and throw you around. You may do that. I like being picked up and thrown around. I am in fact a creature. Blank said we were gonna meet up with David CEO. I'm like, can I tell him his platform sucks ass? He's like, yeah. Well, don't do that. Do not do that. I'm kidding. Do not tell the CEO that the platform you've been on sucks ass. Mentions of physical contact being brought up. Before this, Zeal would try to introduce physical interaction through the usage of cute animals cuddling. Can we do this? I almost just made a terrible joke. Terrible joke. But that's okay. I'm petting you. And then Ren, you know, seems to imply it further by saying us at RDC. Strangles you until your face turns purple, but I'm a rat, so it's okay. You're a dumb rat. I'm going to squish you at RDC. Rat eating spaghetti. Okay. You're getting squished and carried, Zeal says. Wah. Is that a Waluigi reference? Maybe so. But, okay. And then we have this as well. Me too Reb. Soft rub rub. Wah wah. OMG. Really great stuff. Okay. When Zeal asked a question about her job, she started crying as she found out the question to be emotionally painful. Zeal has cuddled with her by offering to put her head on his lap, to which she did. Zeal then played with her hair as a form of comfort. Okay. There's not many other people around. Zeal sits in silence for a while. Then he says, "So, have you found a new job after you quit? How's the new Piggy game going for you?" Piggy is a well-known Roblox franchise. I had been asked to work on something under that franchise years prior, under the team I2R. Zeal had previously joked that I was cheating on him with another game. Now he's asking me about my employment status after I quit working for him. He knows this is a painful conversation for me. I mean, he might not, but okay, that feels a little speculative. I start crying. I tell him I never wanted any of this, that he terrified me, that I thought he was scary, but maybe it was all in my head, that I genuinely did not want to work under him because the working relationship had made my friendship feel toxic. I tell him I started to feel he was abusive. I cannot get all of the words get it all out in words, so I cry a lot. Zeal puts my head in his lap and tells me it's okay. He begins brushing my hair slowly. This is the second time in less than 24 hours that Zeal had positioned my head in his lap and played with my hair. The first time was at the suite, set up as a casual hangout moment. This time it follows an emotional breakdown he triggered by asking about the job he knows traumatized me, destabilized me, then provided physical comfort. Each time it deepened the sense of intimacy and dependency I had for him. Friend A and Friend B return. Friend A sees that I have been crying and immediately pulls napkins, from his backpack and gives me water. He had packed water for me specifically so to make sure I could stay hydrated. Is this person a dog? Can you not take care of yourself? I'm sorry if I'm being an asshole, but it's like, Jesus Christ, can't you just get your own water? Do you have to be reminded? Like, okay. This is the kind of care that does not require positioning someone's head in your lap that I couldn't recognize. Not sure how I feel about this. Okay. Skipping ahead to the essay, here's what Rin testified. What happened in room 405? Explicit content warning. The following involves a detailed account of the sex that occurred to me in the hotel room. Please read it with caution, as it may be triggering or disturbing to some. Oh, wow. Okay, wow, this is very descriptive. Okay. Alright. Sure. Zeal arrived at my room. His hair was wet. He had showered before coming. I did not think any of it at the time. I assumed he had been working out like he usually does and needed to clean up. He entered the room saying, hey, it's okay, it's okay. He grabbed me and immediately lifted me into the air. I was crying loudly. He placed me gently on the bed. He held me, put his face in my neck. I cried, I screamed, I vented everything. All the fears, all the pain, everything I had been unable to say in the lobby, everything I tried to bring up over text and had been deflected from, he held me through all of it. During this, he kept shifting our positions. He moved our bodies in ways that I did not fully register at the time because I was too consumed by the emotional release to process what was physically happening. It was only over a month later that I recognized what those position changes were. At one point, he wrapped us both inside a blanket like a burrito. I found this comforting. Being cozied up as I cried helped me feel safe. This was my favorite moment. I screamed in Zeal's ear, "You're so safe, you're so safe," until my voice gave out. After a while, calming down, I asked about the others. Cyborg must be waiting for us. We were supposed to have dinner. Zeal told me not to worry about it. He texted Cyborg we're ditching. He chose to stay alone with me in the hotel room. After approximately an hour and a half of constant screaming, venting, and crying, I was exhausted. I was spent. I felt limp. That is when it changed. Zeal lifted my arms and pinned them above my head, slowly and gently. He put his lips on my chin and began breathing heavily. He became feral? Without warning, he forced his tongue deep into my mouth. I did not understand what was happening. My body felt strange, and I was confused. Before I could process, he put his hand inside of my shirt and began touching my breast. He kept kissing me. He started undressing me. He flipped me over, he took my bra off, he touched my breast with both hands, and he took his own shirt off. I remember clearly being scared and confused at that specific moment, seeing his bare chest, but there was no time to think. Everything was happening too fast. He pulled my pants and underwear off. He began fingering me aggressively. It hurt. I told him, "It hurts. It hurts." He stopped for a second, then he immediately put his finger down my throat. I coughed and felt like I was going to vomit. He then began fingering me again with the same finger that had just been forced down my throat. "It still hurts." I tried to endure it. I could not. I told him again, "It hurts, it hurts, it hurts." He stopped. He lied down and said, "Well, I'm tired. Guess we're just not into each other." When I expressed pain, he did not check on me. He did not ask if I was okay. He made me feel bad about his rejection. He framed my physical distress as a lack of desire for him, which forced me to choose between enduring what was happening or losing him. That's coercion. I panicked. I began to comfort him. I told him that I liked him so much, that I had always liked him, that it was just me, that I was a little broken sometimes, that my body doesn't always work. I told him I was trying. I was trying. He got up. He stood in front of the bed. He took his pants and boxers off, exposing himself. I put my hands up and yelled, "No, no, no, don't, no." He put them back on immediately. I, terrified of making him feel rejected, immediately reversed, "No, no, no, I'm sorry. You already took it off. I saw it. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't mean it." He took them off again. He lay in front of me and said something to the effect of, "Welp, this is my penis." I'm trying to decide if it makes sense for her to have screamed and yelled so much and nobody to have, like, complained or checked in. Is it likely that all of this yelling and screaming and stuff would be going on and nobody checks in or complains? Am I naive? I don't know. And just some of this just doesn't sound real. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's real. I don't know. This is so uncomfortable. I agree. It is very, very uncomfortable, yeah. They're at a hotel, right? But they're at a hotel for a Roblox event. I don't know if that makes it more or less likely. They're at this hotel, and it's not like a seedy hotel. It's like a hotel. Like, it's not like a fucking Motel 6 or like a, you know, whatever that other one's called. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a shady hotel, then yeah, I 100%, nobody gives a fuck when you scream, right? But, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a nicer hotel. I don't know. Certainly the first time I've read a victim's testimony that was written as a fanfic, it's very strange. It's very strange. I don't know how I feel about it. It's RDC, so it's shady? Huh. Yeah, it was the Marriott. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. But let's keep on going. Yeah, welp.
Welp, this is my penis.
Like, insane, okay? Extremely chopped. I was naked in bed. I stared. I did not register what I was supposed to do. I asked, do you want me to touch it? What if it hurts you? Am I going insane? Like, is it pre-establishedly known that this girl is, like, extremely, like, sexually inexperienced? Like, what do you mean, what if it hurts you? I don't think she's not referring to, like, putting her claws inside of the fucking cock or anything. It's like, do you think touching it hurts? That's not how... Have you never experienced anything? You know what I mean? It seems hard to believe some of the stuff said in here. I mean, it feels exaggerated. Yeah, I know. This is both of their first times. Okay. Okay. How old is she? How old is she? Do we know how old she is? Because even if this is her first time, like, what, she doesn't know how this works at all? You know what I mean? I don't know. Is she, like, does she have, like, severe mental issues beyond BPD that, like, causes her to be, like, you know, developmentally stunted? Like, I'm trying everything I can here to be as good faith as possible. She's 22. He reassured me it was fine, and I did. He did not like it. He told me to try it with my mouth. I listened. I obeyed. Weird wording, okay? I was trying to, as hard as I could, to appeal to him so he would not abandon me. So he would not tell me we did not work. So he would not tell me we were not in love. I said it hurts. He stopped for 1 second, then put his finger in my throat. I screamed, no, when he exposed himself. He turned my pain into rejection. He used my fear of abandonment to make me comply. Every time I resisted, he made me feel like the problem. The rest is a blur. I remember that he ejaculated on my stomach. I felt nothing, no release or satisfaction, only a constant fear that he did not like me back, and that I had to perform for him and keep reassuring him because he was a misunderstood autistic man. Something he referenced multiple times during the encounter as an explanation for his behavior. After he ejaculated on me, he paused and he realized what he had done. He began shivering and shaking. He grabbed napkins and tried to wipe it off, but it was drying on my skin. He ran to the bathroom, wet a towel, and started wiping it off of me. He did not like how it was going, so he grabbed me and put me under the shower. He began washing me with soap in his hands, scrubbing until he felt satisfied there was nothing left. His hand was shaking the entire time. Okay. I was terrified. Not of what had just happened to me, but of how scared I was. You were terrified of how scared... Oh, how scared he was. I stood under the water and told him, Zeal, it's okay. You're okay. Zeal, please listen to me. It's okay. I love you. I love you, Zeal. Please listen to me. It's okay. Really. He did not listen. Eventually, while putting his clothes back on, he appeared to calm down. But every time he looked at me from the bathroom door, he's still standing awkwardly under the running water, completely confused about what I was supposed to do next. He covered his eyes and refused to look at me. So many details are so strange. Eventually, while putting his clothes back on, he appeared to calm down. But every time he looked at me, closed his eyes, refused to look at me. He left me under the running shower. He went into his room and finished getting dressed. While he was almost done, he said, "Can't wait for the Google Doc in 5 years." Really? Really? Don't sympathize with a victim when referring to me. Okay, Spoops, that's evil. That's evil and not allowed. Okay. I screamed after him to listen to me, begging for him to come back. He did not come back. I noticed as he left that he was visibly aroused again in his shorts. He ran out of my hotel room. That was it. He came to my room because I was crying, and in an emotional crisis, he held me for an hour and a half while I screamed and vented. He waited until I was completely exhausted and limp. Then he assaulted me. When I expressed pain, he made me feel guilty. When I said no, he made me take it back. When it was over, he shook with fear. Not for me, for himself. He washed the evidence off my body. He made a joke about me coming forward. And then he left. To me, it's not about the details. To me, it's about just the likelihood and the unrealisticness of it. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Stop apologizing. I hate this. Stop. Please stop. There's so much more in the Google Doc. I encourage you to read through it yourself if you have time. I would like to point out near the end of the Google Doc now, I stood up for myself October 11th, 2025. I don't care. I don't think any of this really matters. This cuddling stuff and shifting the positions. I don't know if that, I don't know enough about that because, you know, recognizing what the position changes are, but you're not going to get into what they were. Like, I don't know. It doesn't really demonstrate malice to me, at least. You know, and she even says that she felt really safe and stuff, which is fine. It doesn't, I don't think it's too malicious to be like, we're ditching, when she's clearly having some kind of like horrific mental breakdown. Then, I don't know, in this intimate setting where you're so close to somebody consistently, I'm not saying that it is an invitation. Thank you for the 5/. I'm not saying that it is an invitation for anything further intimate, but when you're like so up close and like, you know, almost holding somebody like that consistently and like saying you're so safe and like, you know, being there for somebody in that way and like just being very intimate with them, I can understand how somebody could view that as a potential for wanting to do more. Personally. I wouldn't, but I can understand how somebody would. The feral thing is just weird to me. I don't understand what exactly... I don't know. I don't get this. There's also no addressing of... I guess she's trying to say that she was demonstrating a freeze response in this initial part. I don't know, like, was she kissing him back? Was she doing anything back with him? I don't know. I don't know. The fingering stuff, yeah, that's not good. If she tells you that it hurts, it hurts. Like, if that's actually what happened. And again, we're using this hypothetical for, like, just saying this is 100% true for the sake of hypothetical. The it hurts thing, yeah, you should immediately stop, obviously. The finger down the throat thing, I guess the argument is that he's, like, autistic and he thought it was too dry or something. I don't know. I don't know. That's insane to me. I don't know. I'm tired. I guess we're not into each other. I can understand how that would be, like, potentially coercive, I guess. The thing is, it gets into such muddy waters because it's like, was that meant to be coercive, or was that just disappointment? Was that like, oh, well, shit, I fucked it up. We're just not really, you know, I guess we're not into each other. So she begins comforting him. I don't know. Here's the problem. A lot of these are, like, not great. They're red flags and stuff like that. It's not good. Like, he should have stopped with the it hurts stuff. He shouldn't have forced, not like forced, but like he shouldn't have, like, it should have been a lot more, if we're taking this story as 100% true, it should have been a lot more, like, kind of working up to it and making sure she was good with it and wanted it. Like this whole part of, like, the pinning the arms up and stuff like that. These are the two big faults I see in this, right? But then I have problems because I don't know if I can really blame him when the reaction to guess we're not into each other is comforting him, telling him I like him so much, I've always liked him, that was just me, I'm a little broken sometimes, I'm trying. These mixed signals and stuff, I can understand how it would confuse somebody. Right? Overall, if we're rating this story as 100% true, if we're stating this as just 100% true, this testimony, and treating it like it is, I think that, I don't know. It's, the behavior is after the fact is a clear indication of guilt. The event itself, I don't know. Fawning behavior. How is he supposed to know that, though? I don't know how I feel about this. This is tough. So anyways, let's look at this, I stood up for myself. 4 days after the shitpost gift, I had been sitting with everything. Every deflection. Every time I tried to talk about what he did, and he turned it into something I was doing wrong. This was the last conversation I ever had with him. I finally had said what I had been trying to say. I confronted him about the assault, the double standards, and the way that he dismissed my pain as mood swings, and treated my honesty as betrayal. He did not hear me. He compared it to old arguments to make it smaller. He told me to go to sleep. He framed the server they exiled me from like I was upset about not being invited to play with the cool kids, when I was just desperately trying to tell him that he sexually assaulted me, and I needed there to be a real human in there somewhere. There was not. I blocked him that night. I never unblocked. There is a responsibility to properly communicate. If you don't, then I don't think you can automatically cry rape. I have to say, I would probably agree. Yeah. And you can, and here's my thing, you can feel however you would like about it. You can feel however you'd like about it. You can feel like you've been assaulted. You can feel like you've been raped. You can have those feelings, and that's perfectly valid, right? But if you did not responsibly communicate at all, then I don't think that you can just automatically try to ruin someone else's life. Notice how every time it says blocked messages, if you look closely, the coloring shows that the blocked messages in question are Zeal's messages themselves. So there's nothing missing from it. So this is the last conversation here. Ren says, okay, I'm kind of really tired and exhausted after everything, and I want you to go fuck yourself. Not gonna apologize either. What? Read it again. I'm confused. Where is this coming from? A lot. What? You just don't like me, lol. It's that fucking simple, man. What? What the fuck? Stop trying to act like you do. You don't. I don't know why I keep trying and for what. I don't know why I keep thinking he's my friend, realizing I was just a benefit. I don't even know what that means. Just tell me you don't like me and let me move forward with my time. This is a giant red flag. This is a huge red flag, personally. This is a huge red flag. And then Zeal says, when you act like this, yeah, it's difficult. Thanks for letting me know. You have mood swings constantly. I don't see why me wanting to hang out with the people I'm close or friends with is a problem. You think the world's out to get you. It isn't. No one's out to get you. I'm not out to get you. It's not about that, and you know that. You don't gotta be out to get me to make me sad. Can you not read? And stop repeating whatever bullshit you have going on in your head right now. Using my mood swings against me as if I never have rational thoughts about anything that happened to me, that I'm incapable of feeling shit I feel upset about. Jesus Christ. Boys and girls, stay away from people like this. This is, yeah, I'm becoming less and less questioning of, what happened here. Personally. Okay, I will be honest then, I'm upset, Zeal says. Yeah, you should be. Because you keep going around telling everyone, I've been told that it was way more than just 3 people. I feel betrayed. Yeah, about something you fucking told me, and you would fuck other girls and shit. How is that hurtful to you? And it hurts a lot that you couldn't keep it to ourselves. If you can just fucking go around fucking any friend, why does it matter to you? What? You fucking said this to me. When? What? In fucking bed, you said that. You keep saying shit, acting like I can't feel hurt. Because we aren't dating. You're the only person who's allowed to feel hurt. Jesus. Yeah, we aren't, but the fact that you'd say you can go around fucking any friend, then tell me I can't tell friends about what we did is crazy. Because if you're clearly open about shit, but not, stop fucking guilting me about it. Stop it. I'm so fucking sick. Constantly being painted as the fucking bad guy for telling friends I did something that felt really nice. Wait. What?
Mental health is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. Watch my derail when you feel like it.
Yeah, we'll probably do a derail between, like, stuff on this. We'll probably do derails between stuff on this, okay? This is weird. Telling friends I did something that felt really nice. Telling friends I did something that felt really nice. So has she not decided it was rape yet? Like, what? See, now I'm stopped in my tracks. Now I'm completely stopped in my tracks. Like, what the fuck is this? It felt really nice. Wasn't this like 4 or 5 months after? And you just decided that it's... You just hadn't decided it was rape yet? Like, I don't know. I feel disgusting in my body. I feel fucking disgusting. I let somebody this shitty touch me. Fuck you. This feels like the J-Bug group chat all over again. Always so fucking defensive that you never admit your mistakes. I admitted mine, you never admitted yours. I'm not out to get you either. I'm just fucking sad. I gave a shit about you, man. I put so many fucking reasons in my head saying, no, he's good. No, he's good. No, he's fucking good. No, he didn't mean this. No, he didn't mean that. No, Zeal wouldn't. You never fucking help yourself. Everything you say, everything you fucking do. Am I not allowed to feel fucking pissed with you? Am I not allowed to feel like fucking shit? You express how you feel. You say you're betrayed. You are sad and upset with me. I'm not allowed to express my emotions just because you feel those. So, let me get this straight. This was all in reaction to Zeal refusing to spend time with her. Because this is all like about like wanting to spend time with friends. His closer friends. So, she spent months continuing to talk to this guy, seemingly continuing to be on good terms with him, but then over time got more and more mad because he wouldn't spend enough time with her. It's sounding more like she created the accusation because she regretted having sex with him, but not that she regretted it in the moment or afterwards, as we can see through these messages, that she regretted it because he wouldn't get with her. It seems like there was clearly some jealousy in the fact that he was talking about fucking other people. I would never fucking date a piece of shit like you anyways. I moved forward with that a long ass time ago. You clearly have not. I have. No, you haven't. No matter what I say, you will see me as downplaying everything. Yet again, not even fucking trying, giving up on me and talking to me because I don't fucking matter to you in the fucking slightest. Ren, we've done this 3 fucking times now, okay? No. This is the 3rd time we're in this situation again. It's the same thing, just a tiny bit different. Well, there should be a clear reason to you as why. If this shit happened multiple times, then clearly something's wrong. You need to fucking realize that. Oh my fucking god, man, you're so fucking stupid. Sure. I keep saying Ren mood swings, keep saying Ren bad stuff, keep saying nothing burgers, keep feeling good about yourself. I don't know why I'm even talking to you right now or trying to tell you how I feel. You're dismissing it all and don't really give a fuck anyways, since it's the same thing again. Don't tire yourself out on this. Not worth your precious time, never was. No matter what you say now, it's not that I'll see you downplaying. I've given up on you for real now. Keep yourself entertained and in the dopamine loop as long as you can. Keep distracting yourself forever. I do not give a fuck anymore. You're so perfect, you got no flaws, it's only me. Fuck, I genuinely can't bring myself to block you. Go to bed, you can do it tomorrow. Why? Because he wants you to calm the fuck down. Why? Don't you give a fuck? Because we've done this before, and like I said, I won't tire myself out about it. This is the same as last time and the time before that. I don't want to play along. Go to bed. You can do it tomorrow. Go fuck yourself. Go to bed, Ren. These messages showcase Zeal being clueless about Ren's situation. This is all I'll go over. The Google Doc goes into a lot of detail about both of their interactions, which I've mainly left out. And then BPD stands for borderline personality disorder. You dumb bitch. Evil, dick brain. Thanks for pointing it out, I've corrected it. What the fuck is with people publishing their sexual assault cases on Google fucking Docs? Go to the fucking police. If you have a case, get it tied up in court or tried in court. Putting a fucking Google Doc means nothing. How is it possible we chose the most ridiculous timeline? Well, that's the thing. Do we even know what they did is true? Will the cops even believe a mentally ill woman who is in a bad relationship? I do not think much should come from her alerting the authorities. Q Farms and the little people on Twitter are not the fucking police. I'm not victim blaming her and trying to downplay her story more than so, merely stating a fact, and that goes for everyone who's dealt with such horrible acts. Report this shit to the fucking authorities, because what the fuck are we gonna do? Call him a rapist over and over. This is not a personal army request. This is to showcase the lolcow behavior that is present within the community. If you want to be righteous and empathetic to these lolcows, then this website isn't for you. Part of why I made this post is we do not know if Ren's being truthful. Could this be the effect of the Me Too movement of people believing women that lie about sexual harassment? Who knows? So, we've got this. Are you like watching by yourself so I can watch with you? No, Zeal says. Okay. Blank blank. She's pretty too. He had just told me that I could not watch a show with him, then immediately pointed to another woman and told me that she was pretty. I do not know if he meant that as a comparison. I do not know if he thought that about how it would land. What I do know is how it landed. I felt bad. I started sending him pictures of myself. That is what rejection followed by redirection does when you are already in the pattern you were in. You do not get angry. You do not ask what it was about. You try to remind him you exist. You try to be enough. Whoa. Hi. So she sent fucking nudes? What are you doing? That same awareness, that same instinct for self-perfection did not extend to me, not in the hotel room, not once during any of this. His comfort mattered. Mine did not even come up. Ren has stated multiple times that she did not bring her boundaries up in favor of pleasing him. Wait, that's actually neat stuff. I always thought that naked bodies were disgusting until I saw you and I was like, fuck, wait, my mind changed. FYI, I'm not going to send nudes. I don't feel comfortable with those being online anywhere. Me either, dude. This is scary. This should only be IRL exclusive anyway. I prefer seeing you IRL. I don't know what to do with something I can't physically touch, TBH. Interesting. Then Zeal says, I did it as a friend and it became more than that. And I'll tell you as well, no girl will let you touch her and carry you around like that unless she wants you. Because friends don't do that. I had feelings for you, it's why I let you. It's because for 2 years, I felt this, you're a very kind and beautiful person deep down. So this isn't just a 2 days thing, Zeal. I quit pressure because I felt hurt with the way you behaved towards me, and because I couldn't handle seeing you this stressed out. Your friends that are girls won't let you hold them in that way unless they feel for you. Because it crosses the just friends boundary, and they'd assume you're breaking that boundary. I don't really have personal boundaries with friends, so I didn't see it that way. They can slap my ass if they want, I don't care. Okay. Well, your life is going to turn into hell because that's not how it should be. People are going to think you're some fuckboy, and they won't understand that you just don't understand what you think means. I assumed you loved me because of what you did. People won't think, oh, ha ha ha, this is just Zeal being wholesome. I just want to make it clear early on. Are you saying this because you're worried about me or because you don't know how things work? I'm worried about you, falling in love with someone who can't be there all the time because he isn't in your country, and worried for me. I just don't think a long-term online relationship is a healthy thing for me. Okay, this is where I can tell you I want to date you to get to know you better, that's why. And if things work out, you never know what the future holds, okay? It's too soon to tell, like, what the future will be like. I personally don't care to go wherever you are, but I don't know how you closely enough. This is what dating is. It's like, I don't know how to explain. We are 22. We're young as fuck. I know what you said. You tried to distance yourself. You tried to make it clear it was just a friends with benefits. I had a nightmare last night that made me realize people only want me for sex. Nobody ever wants to love me. I was stupid enough to hold on. Maybe you loved me, that someone finally fell in love with me for once and just didn't want to admit it because you're silly or scared. I wanted to help you feel loved too, but I realized you don't even love me. What's the point? I love you so much, but you don't love me, and it fucking kills me to realize it right now after I woke up that all I am to you is just a body to fuck. You made it clear to me that I'm just stupidly ignorant. I don't know why. And if that's what this is, then I can't meet you IRL again. Because I wanted to love, not to be used. You wanted an outlet, I wanted a real connection for once. When you held me that night, it was because you were expecting something out of it, or because you loved me. I'm so fucking confused, TBH, I'm sorry. Is that why you got scared and ran away feeling guilty that night? I wanted to keep trying to love you, but I realized that if it's one-sided, I'm just letting myself be used like I always did with every other guy, except this time it's physically too. I can't tell you how you feel about me anymore. This is coming off as very Lumi Starbund, but okay. It's fine though, like, I'm not mad at you, nor am I upset at this point though. If anything, I feel numb right now, and I kinda don't really give a fuck. I deserve this for the shit I did. Uh-oh. I don't know, it's just, I don't think I'm ready to love anyone just yet. Like, we can love, but I'm not ready for capital L love. I'm not old enough to jump into that whole jar of cookies. Very autistic, okay? And it seemed like you were, but I'm not. I'm just not ready for that responsibility yet. I don't mind waiting. Like, you're here about marriage and forever after 2 days of sillies. It scares me. Oh, nah, that's not what I meant. Zeal laid out what he was offering. We can keep being friends, we can keep being freaky, you can keep masturbating to me if you want, we can fuck if we meet, etc. He had just described the assault as getting zesty. He had just told me that he did not love me yet. Sex when convenient, no commitment. He was not ready for love, but he was ready for this. I responded by telling him that I cared about him. I bought a book on autism and relationships because I wanted to understand him. That other girls would not give two shits. I was still at this moment trying to be what he needed. Rin, you never told him. Is there any occasion in which she says that this was an assault to her? Is there any occasion? before the Google Doc, is there any occasion where she says verbatim to him that she feels like she was sexually assaulted? Even that confrontation wasn't even about that. This is starting to piss me off, and it's pissing me off that people are just taking this verbatim and they see a long document and they decide that it's true. This happened to Parlo and shit, and Guamgo, they tweak her, but since it's a he said, she said, could she even go to the police? She could try. She's not in love. She wants an attachment, like a symbiote. It can be anything, just as long as she has someone tied down and she's not alone. She's BPD. Like, this is pissing me off, man. Like, this is fucked. This is fucked. The amount of reframing that I've seen, and I don't even have to read the fucking document. The amount of reframing that I've seen her do is crazy. It's crazy. Like, you can't just reframe things to be the way that you want them to be. When you show that you're continuously talking to this guy, you're clearly wanting a relationship out of him. And then, as soon as he fully rejects you and you're done with it, that's when you accuse him of assault. Fuck you. Like, you're a shitty fucking person. People like you, ooh. You know, the problem with false accusers, and the problem with people who do this shit, like, I'm not even going to say that she's falsely accusing, but I'm going to say that she is definitively, because we have proof of this, we've seen it at this point. She is reframing things, she's being manipulative, she is doing all of this bullshit. Right? People like that, they need to be fucking punished. I don't care. I'm not saying physically, I'm not saying that somebody should go out and beat her up, I'm not saying anything like that. But it should be fucking, it's terrible. Because do you know what it does? When real victims come out, when real people who have been raped and abused and horrifically treated come out, it makes it that much more likely that they're not going to be taken seriously because of people like you. You're a fucking monster for that shit. Fuck you. Already does stuff. The voice actor for the Painter is also walking from pressure over the revelations. Hey y'all, I'm not going to mince any words. I'm officially resigned from my role as Painter. I'll be distancing myself from Roblox entirely. In no universe will I ever work for someone like Zeal. Please go and give your support to Ren. He deserves it. Did you even read the doc? Did you even read the doc, you soulless I imagine this is going to be a mass walkout of major and minor staff and contributors alike. I'll update this post if more of these cross me, but not to bump excessively. Zerum, lead writer for Sebastian, writer and conceptor in general, merchandise coordinator, has walked. Regardless of what comes from Zeal's statement, I want to make it clear that I do not condone how Zeal has behaved with work colleagues. I will not be associating with pressure under such conditions, and I will be taking my leave. So this is where we see this stuff that really genuinely does fucking damage. This does damage. This shit does damage. So this Zerum thing says that he's going to step away. There are things pertaining to me within Ren's document. I ask people that remain patient with me so I can provide some additional context to any parts, including me. I did not know the full extent of the relations between Zeal and Ren, but regardless, I do not have any sort of tolerance to any form of sexual assault or misconduct whatsoever. Please support Ren's experiences of the victim. You didn't read those 300 pages, motherfucker. Come on. All right, Kitty. Enjoy your, well, try to enjoy your housework. Note that every single reply in the archive is grilling her, particularly over her currently mass deleting incriminating tweets. You've been deleting evidence. Okay. People are calling her an enabler. People are saying she enabled rape. So then we have Will Spamooney or whatever has walked as well. One of the visible replies at this time of archival is somebody grilling them as well. S.J. Harris, voice actor of both Imaginary Friends, has walked. What is this? Oh, fair enough. So another person walking. I stand with Ren. I stand with Ren. Zeal has made an initial response, which isn't being taken well. Let's read that. I'm aware of the document that's being shared and the serious allegations it contains. It is a difficult situation involving personal things between people, and I understand why people are concerned. Due to the sensitive nature of this, I ask that it's approached with care. I want to address this personally. I also want to say that I never intended for my personal situation to impact the game or the teams working on it. I know that many developers and contributors care deeply about this project, and I regret that this situation is affecting them. Ren and I had a personal relationship before we met up at RDC. From my perspective and records, those interactions were mutual and consensual at that time. We continued communicating even after the conference, and there was no indication that boundaries had been crossed in the way the document states. Yeah. This is reflected in our conversations before, during, and after the events. With recognition that people can experience situations differently, I want to emphasize that I do not want to dismiss how someone else might feel. There are important parts of this situation that are not being fully represented publicly. After these events, private and sensitive information about our interactions was shared with multiple people without my consent, despite me expressing discomfort with that. This created a significant breach of trust and contributed heavily to the breakdown of communication between us. Following RDC, the situation became more complicated as more people became involved and private matters were shared beyond what I was comfortable with. This led to a breakdown in trust and communication, and I made the decision to step back and create distance. I also want to acknowledge that I did not handle every part of the situation perfectly. There were moments where I could have communicated better and acted more carefully, and I take responsibility for that. Because of the seriousness of the claims being made, I am taking the time to review everything thoroughly so that my further responses are responsible and respectful. In the meantime, I ask the community for a few things. Please do not harass or target anyone, do not spread unverified claims as confirmed facts, and please allow space for a proper and complete response. I understand emotions are high, but reacting without full context can cause further harm to everyone involved. I'll have a more detailed response to share soon. A separate addendum to corroborate that shit is fucked, even if reader inclination as a farmer tells you to trust no bitch when it comes to the testimonies of mentally ill women. This information is within the original Rendoc as well, but I'm reposting it for clarity. A tweet highlighting Zerum and Catskit/Casket Dev, who is actually publicly returned to pressure around this time 2 months ago, funnily enough has now disappeared, as at best being given false information about the events that took place, and at worst being in on a conspiratorial lie. Let's see. Zerum and Kat were complicit in the fucking silence and harassment of the victim, to the point that Kat was accusing Ren of being the assaulter. This is not the fucking time to be talking about game transfers. Did you even read the full document? I ask you the same question, random person. So let's see the stuff within. There's actually something I wanted to ask you. Are you banned from ever attending future RDC events? No? Why? Who said that? No, nothing. Probably just lies. Who said it? I'm scared to say. I'm so sorry, Ren. This is not the time to be scared to tell me things. For the longest time, I've been told that you were the one who sexually assaulted Zeal, and I didn't want to believe them. I need to know which one it was. What the fuck? Tell me who it is. Did he tell you what happened? Like what happened at RDC? Yeah. Like, I've been new about this ever since a week after it ended or whatever, so I know most of it. What did you know, though? And who told you? Because I hate how people can change stuff. Yeah, I also hate when people change stuff. It took me a whole month of therapy after to learn I was sexually assaulted. And I will tell you that was Kat, but Kat was now long gone with them deleting everything. So here's my question. So you figured it out after a month. You continued talking to him for another month. Make it make sense, please. Please make it make sense. Please. Zerum's departure tweet has also been community noted to clarify this. In addition to be willing to blindly defend him, run away, and deactivate their accounts until things remain calm, they can also be ready to immediately turn against him and take over the game as soon as he's exposed and pretend they didn't know any of this. Which is a quote from Ren's doc. Another user, Vadzachula, expands on this conspiratorial behavior and suppression as a former close friend of Zerum's, who's persisted within the inner circles of these fleeting developers. Images under spoil for not being as connected to the point of this addendum. Jesus Christ. I'm just going to go with this summary, that's fine. The previous poster suggests that this won't sink them forever, but I'm not really sure what the path up from here could be. And on a completely unrelated note, who'd like a leak of all Pressure's assets? Lol. Okay. Ren has reposted a post from her quote-unquote brother regarding Urban Shade Roblox and No Longer Null, aka Ren. I don't go on Twitter, but I wanted to make this post. I'm Ren's brother, and my unfiltered opinion about Zeal might be a little different to my sister's. I've never personally interacted with this man, and my opinion on him strictly comes from the awful, vile shit I've heard over the months, and isn't clouded by my emotion towards him because I personally never liked him, his decisions, or cared for the pressure as a game. Zeal, if you're reading this, I know you are, go to hell. If you want to kill yourself, go right ahead, man. You will rid the world of another abuser. You are a piece of shit, and you do not deserve an ounce of sympathy from anyone in the world. You are a disgusting excuse of a human being. You have manipulated and assaulted my sister. I genuinely could not care less about how you feel and just how much you're struggling. I hope the negativity eats you alive. I hope you never find success in your future. I hope all your family and friends look at you differently. You are what's wrong with society. You are contributing to the shit women go through every day. You're a pathetic excuse for a man. You are a pussy. You are a cowardly little bitch who uses people for his own pleasure and self-interest, and you like to pretend that it's not selfish. You deserve nothing good in this life. Rot in hell. I've looked into both of them and found out that they're both using a VPN in the country Jordan. The brother's account has DFE'd October 5th, 2021, only for it to be active again recently. You can view an archive of their posts, but it appears to be a low-quality user. On a completely unrelated note, someone else says, who'd like to leak all the pressure's assets? This isn't actually worth anything. It's a bunch of ripped assets in one file by some skid. Sorry to disappoint. No, that's what she alleged. The word testified is generally reserved for testimony given under oath during legal proceedings, which this is decidedly not. Noted. Those sexual assault bruises look just like hickeys. Interesting. That's what chat was saying as well. Zeal the accused just uploaded an hour-and-a-half long video where he tries to defend himself against the rape allegation. In it, he cries multiple times, details embarrassing sexual stories between himself and Ren. His mom checks in on him, and he states that he's going to fucking kill. It was privated 15 minutes after it finished premiering. Now, from everything that we have seen, he did make an attempt on his life, but it was unsuccessful. Other than us small commentary YouTubers, is there anyone saying that this is bullshit? That's my question. That's my question. That's the question I really want to ask. Other than, you know, people like me, I'm sure Dickers would feel the same way if he ever went over it. I don't know if he has. You know, somebody like Aiden probably would too. Like, other than people like us, is anyone casting doubt onto any of this? Is anyone? Is anyone big? Or are they all just going with this narrative? No? Doesn't that just blackpill the shit out of you? You know, the small people like us, we used to have a lot more power. We used to have a lot more power, man. Like, do you remember back in the Super Mega days? Like the video that Lyrics made? We used to actually be able to make a difference. I feel like that's dead now. I feel like we're just these small voices who just kind of say, like, yeah, this sucks. This is fucked. And that's all we can really do. But hey, if you enjoy, you know, the people who actually try their best to, you know, discern the truth in things and not just blindly believe a side, you know, give the stream a like. Feel free to donate. That's how we keep the lights on. And all that stuff helps us in the algorithm. Okay? So, if Slazzo happened again, people would just believe it and move on. I know. I know. But hey, if the Hempel Nation keeps growing, and, you know, other small commentary keeps growing, we can get back there, I hope. Are we, like, here's my thing. These people love to moral F, okay, about, like, you know, shifting blame and stuff like that, right? They also love to moral F about, like, you know, being mean to people and harassing them. But then you're reacting to a video of a guy who attempted to end their own life after, and you talk about the mental breakdown they're having and saying it's embarrassing. That kind of blows my mind.
Victim blaming.
That kind of blows my mind. I'm not gonna lie. That kind of blows my mind. Okay.
I want to apologize. The work it defeats the place. Innovation.
So after this video started spreading across the Roblox Twitter community, Ren came out to make some clarifications. She first made it clear that she did not watch the video for her own mental safety, however made it known that she never drank alcohol and that she never actively sought out. What she wanted was a dynamic of affection and where she could cuddle and hold hands, reserving for someone she could have a long-term relationship with, to which she states Zeal took away from her as he took her V-card. Ren then goes on to claim that she feels disgusted in herself and that she feels used and that no one would love her ever again. Ren then goes on to call out what appears to have been Zeal's mother, who attempted to publicly intimidate Ren with threats of litigation. Zeal's mother is seen stating that everything Zeal is being accused of is fake and that there was mutual verbal consent, going on to state that Ren showed continuous interest in Zeal throughout their messages. Zeal's mother then finishes her statement by stating that they will be taking legal action against Ren for the damage he caused to Zeal's mental health as well as the people around him, and to which Ren responds by saying, "Let's do this." Now, regarding the sheer amount of people mocking and making fun of Zeal's attempted Kraft had come out publicly with the Twitter video to call them out. In the video, he highlights how this is arguably one of the darkest days in Roblox history and how he's in complete shock over this all. Kraft goes on to clarify that he is on the side of the victim and believes that Zeal is most likely guilty after reading
This is so cool.
Zeal does not help himself at all. All he should have done was show that. Okay, so he talks about this in his video, but let me just tell you here. So first of all, terrible mental space because everyone around him has been leaving him. All of the work that he has done is
lost
crumbling.
all his friends.
All of the work that he's done is crumbling around him. Okay, he felt like a response would be useless, and he was overcome with ideation to end his life. Okay. Creecraft has one job and he can't even read a document. True. True, Juro. Yes.
We gotta get Zeal on here. We'll give them fair representation. What is going on? Why is everyone against him? Did anybody read?
No, they just see the mob. They see the mob, they act with the mob. They see the mob and they act with the mob. Can we mention the huge amount of ableism and dismissal of someone who's clearly autistic and not of the garden variety? Not to soy out, but the moral frogs have no ground to stand on. Completely agreed, honestly. That's a great point. That's a great point, yeah.
Goes on to clarify that he is on the side of the victim and believes that Zeal is most likely guilty after reading the entire document in full.
So, I just finished my stream, and obviously, everyone's talking about it. People were talking about it in the middle of my stream, because that's when it happened. I thought people were just, making inappropriate jokes online. But I'm not gonna lie, this entire situation has, actually, shaken me to my core. I think this genuinely might be, one of the most darkest and depressing moments in Roblox history here. I just finished reading the document today, all 200 pages.
I'm so sorry, but I'm going to roast you a little bit, buddy. Doomloom manly soon. I'm going to roast you a little bit, man. I'm sorry. It's nothing personal, but... So you said, this sounds like a gray area. My opinion here just got here. You just got here, so, I don't think it makes sense to really give an opinion, right?
Hey man, I think you should scroll back earlier in the stream, and your tune's gonna switch up.
Watch the rest of the stream, and you're gonna really change your mind about
You're gonna
things.
be like, never mind, this Ren person's kind of fucking insane.
I promise you.
Depressing moments in Roblox history here. I just finished reading the document today, all 200 pages. Obviously, if anyone has
Keyword,
not read the
I
document
glanced
in full,
over it.
I recommend reading it in full. And first, real quick, as an outsider to this entire situation, as someone that doesn't really have any connection to anyone involved, doesn't look good for him. I'm of the opinion that it doesn't look great. If I had to lean one way or the other, it kind of seems like he did it. This is
What?
There's no way he actually read the document. There's just no way. Or he has... Okay, there's two options. There's two options here. Either one, you did not read the full document, or two, you have the critical thinking skills of an infant. Those are your two options. Okay? I'd like it to be number one and you're lying about having read the full document. That's what I'd like. Because I've seen that happen before. That's what I'd like. Because I don't want somebody with 19 million subscribers being this fucking stupid. I'd really not like it. It would not be fun. Okay?
a very dark and depressing moment in the Roblox community, to the point where I don't even know if I want to be in it anymore. I am ashamed that this entire situation has been handled this way.
Now, Creecraft also pointed out that the massive number of people mocking Zeal, encouraging him to go through with and even wishing him a painful is also completely disgusting in its own way as well.
And to see so many people in the community, kids, adults even, people I know even, not only actively encouraging him to do what he did, but now celebrating what he did is quite frankly disgusting. But to see so many people celebrating this, actively encouraging other people to do it now, that's not how this works.
However, Creecraft also goes on to claim that Zeal was judged far too quickly before he was given a right to respond to the situation.
Then why would you say?
Then why did you say it looks
What
like
are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you say? Why the fuck would you say that? Oh,
yeah. No, I mean, I lean way more towards freaking what's his.
It looks like he did it.
Yeah, it seems like Zeal did it, but at the same time, we all judged him way too quickly, man. Including me, apparently.
This sounds like a gay error.
While also stating that if Zeal did do what he is accused of, he should be tried in the court of law and receive a just punishment.
And if he did what he did, F him. Put him in jail for life. He deserves the...
Even the phrasing of that is insane. If he did what he did. Not what he's being accused of. If he did what he did. Okay.
most extent punishment of the law. But regardless of what you think of the document or don't think of the document, obviously I've read it, seems like he did it. The reality is we don't get to play judge, jury. That's just not how the world works. And it doesn't work that way for a very good reason. This guy should have been taken to court, should have been tried in front of everyone, and then sent to jail and punished to the full extent of the law. He didn't even...
So you're just verbatim saying that he's guilty. This is you just verbatim saying he's guilty. Because you didn't say he should be tried in a court of law and then whatever happens, happens. You said he should be tried in front of everyone and taken to jail. What are you talking about?
I think he's like wording it in like the worst way possible, because he keeps emphasizing the if part, but it on its own, it sounds like he's trying to implicate guilt really badly.
Right, it's just the phrasing of it is insane. And he already said that he feels like he did it. So it's like...
get a chance to have a full...
If he did what he did is a common phrase? What? Is it more common if... I think in this scenario, the most common would be if he did what he was accused of.
Response. And again, I've read the document in full. It seems like he did it, but that's not my call. I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury. I'm not the... He gets his response. He didn't even get a chance to be given that before everyone just, you know?
Now, while Creecraft made a completely level-headed, fair, and grounded case in regards to the entire situation, people on Twitter didn't seem to see it that way, with hundreds of people flocking to insult...
Okay, so he said this, which I didn't even feel like was very good as a response to be neutral, and even still, people are quote-tweeting him being like, you're sympathizing with the rapist. Okay, cool.
And attack Creecraft for what is basically a normal and mature take on all of this. Many people in Creecraft's replies gained thousands of likes, essentially pushing the idea that Zeal deserves to, while openly disagreeing with Creecraft's take. While some people are reasonably justified in arguing that the US court system rarely prosecutes due to how hard it is to prove such cases, some people have come away claiming that Creecraft is sympathizing with Zeal, while others claim that Creecraft will go into the same coffin as Zeal. Creecraft then continued to get attacked with tweets on him getting thousands of likes, accusing him of being a Charlie Kirk sympathizer, calling him privileged, while others just completely...
What?
I'm pretty sure what they're referring to is him being like, yeah, Charlie Kirk probably, like, it's really sad that he died, and he shouldn't have been killed in front of his children.
What the fuck?
So, yeah.
Insulting. I mean,
I
seeing
think
all of
getting
this
murdered in front of people is bad.
Especially your own small children. Yeah, I would say
so
that's
you're a
pretty bad.
sympathizer.
play out is completely pathetic. I understand some of the criticism that Creecraft is getting, but if you're going about disagreeing, do it in a calm and composed way while showing both respect and maturity. Don't just lie and slander people like Creecraft because you already have a bias against them. Now, so far, these are all the updates we've seen in regards to this whole entire situation. And as this continues to develop, it becomes more depressing day by day. And again, I hope Ren is doing good through all of this, despite the threats of litigation from Steele's mother. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching, and please be sure to share this video so more people are informed about what's been going on.
Yeah, I hope this false accuser freak that omitted crucial context from her account is doing really well. Yeah. Holy fuck. See, guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly why I started doing Roblox content in the first place. Because there's a secret, okay? Let me divulge my secret. 95% of anyone involved in anything fucking sucks. There are pleasant rays of sunshine to occasionally be found, like Schlepp and Ruben and Vic and, a few others, okay? But 95% of the time, everyone I talk about fucking sucks. They all fucking suck.
Well, you don't like Snun?
Yeah. Yeah, Snun's my favorite little... Snun's my favorite little pedophile. Yeah. God, dude. Creek's opinion on Kirk's assassination is given more leeway. Allegations of supporting Kirk than Zeal's accusations. If he did it, then he did it. Lol. Like, God damn. God damn.
I know he was trying to be impartial, but he kept focusing on the wording of fucking like he needs to be punished.
And somebody in the chat was like,
Okay, well, you're literally just focusing over semantics.
guess what? When you have 19 million subscribers, it is absolutely imperative that you are careful about your wording. It absolutely is, because words and the way you say them matters when you have a gigantic influence. Okay? So I stand
clearly
by
it
that.
does, because look at the response he got.
Yeah, I stand by being picky and semantic. Absolutely. When you have that large of an influence, your words matter. The way you say your words matters. Like, that's just what it is. Okay? All right. Let's do some derails. Dude.
What was the... this is why big-ass companies have PR teams. He has a PR manager.
I want to say sorry to my mom because in order to get her to leave the room, I had to lie and say that
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah. This is already really rough. Okay.
Ren no longer know. A previous employee of mine who had been let go of their own accordance sometime in May 2025 had published a document claiming that I had raped and sexually assaulted them and coerced them into sex, whatever, all of the above, at RDC 2025.
This is painful.
Now, this is not the reason that I am talking about this. When I saw it, I got to work. I started writing a document. It was basically to point out the inconsistencies that Ren had left out. I disabled Twitter and Reddit and YouTube so I wouldn't see what anyone was saying, because I know that it would just sour my mood. I then, as I was writing it and pointing out the inconsistencies, I noticed that all my friends and my co-workers and the people who I had been with for years were leaving me, unfriending me, sending me cruel messages because I hadn't put out a response fast enough. My friend I've been friends for 8 years reached out to me. I talked to him early in the day. I discussed how I'd gotten a YouTube play button, and they told me that I was disgusting and that I should kill myself, and then they blocked me shortly after.
Oof. Okay.
That is also not why I'm making this, but as I was writing the document, more and more people were leaving, and it was fine, and I was just writing away. I was talking with my mom, and she was on her phone, and that's when she told me that, and I had not been on.
I just got here, but this guy sounds like he failed high school drama class. Boo.
And I had not been on Twitter at the time because I had closed everything off. They told me that Gianni had retired, and so had every other voice actor and other prominent figures. And that's when I realized that writing a response at all was pointless. And I stopped. I went to bed. I couldn't fall asleep, so I laid there for 12 hours. I was talking with Soya, one of my employees, who had not left me at the time. They were helping me formulate the document.
Okay.
But as I became aware of the situation, I decided, no, this is not worth it. There's no point. Whether a response is out, like a document response, nobody's going to read it. And it's
I would disagree with this. I think it is worth it.
just over anyway. So I don't want to bother anymore with that. He wrote four to my, apparently, I don't know, different things. One was 50 pages long. It was going over a bunch of discrepancies and callouts in my behavior by Ren, claiming that I had manipulated them and hurt and assaulted them, which was not true. There are 3 main discrepancies that I want to go over. When Ren was claiming that I was assaulting them, they did not include the fact that as we were cuddling, after they had stopped crying and were calm, they asked me to get comfortable. And as I was, after I had gotten comfortable, they asked if they could kiss me, and I kissed them.
Okay. I mean, again, that's just testimony, so it's he said, she said. But I mean, this girl, so far, from what I'm seeing, has a track record of, completely astroturfing everything and like reframing stuff to fit her narrative. So I don't know. Okay.
And then that's when it started, the sex, whatever. And they did not include that in their document, which I was right. So I was writing that as a discrepancy, but there was just so many pages to go over that, it became pointless. There were 2 other discrepancies as well. Ren had claimed that I had refused to buy lube after they had looked up that, you needed lube for sex, which is, it's all well and good. They're claiming that they discovered this themselves. This was not true. Ren was at a cafe with one of their friends, and they had talked about our encounter after I had asked for them not to. And that person then recommended Ren to get lube, after which they messaged me, but at the time I had already left the store, and as my day was scheduled, it was packed, I was unable to go and buy more lube for them. The third discrepancy is on the... Oh, and I know this because in bed that night, Ren told me that they had told their friends and that friend had told them to buy lube, so that's why they had asked for lube. And
okay.
So the third discrepancy was when Ren was
Monstrous is the name of the person who donated, dude.
Claiming that I had said something to make them kill themselves. They had not included what I had said, because what I had said was, during the RDC meeting, it had came to my attention from a mutual friend that Ren had broken my personal boundaries once again by telling 6 other individuals about our encounter after I had asked them not to. This made me incredibly angry. It was the one request I had asked them not to talk about, as I was embarrassed that our first time had not been, good. But they did so anyway, and this made me very, very mad. I stopped. I told them to stop talking to me. They began calling me. I ignored their calls. I ignored their messages. And that's why they went out and tried to kill themselves, basically. I'm going to be talking to Ren directly here. I don't know if she is going to be listening.
I mean, from what we've seen, here's what I will say, Government Striker. From what we've seen, only one of them has been twisting stuff out of context and reframing narratives. That's all I'll say on that, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a little strange. It's a little strange. Because from what I see, only one of them is twisting things out of context. You know, like that's what I'm seeing right now. You know, it's I don't know. Like, I'm only seeing that happen on one side. Is my point, right? Like, I don't know. So, to me, that doesn't look the best. I don't know. So.
They told me that they were she at RDC. So, I'm going to be talking to her directly. Ren.
And hey guys, let me say, if you're enjoying the content, please give it a like and feel free to donate. I really appreciate it.
I'm sorry that I was not intimate enough with you and I did not talk to you, and I'm sorry that all of my flirting and bad flirting, I'm sorry that you interpreted as malicious intent. You, okay, there was this one point you made where you said that I'd washed my hair when I was coming over, but I washed it.
So, I mean, this doesn't seem to be him, like, accepting the fact that he, like, you know, abused this person or anything like that. It seems to be him pretty much verbatim saying, I'm sorry that that's how you saw it. I'm sorry that it was like that to you. Like, I mean, I'm sure that he feels horrible about the fact that if he had known about this, like, ahead of time, he probably would have done something about it. I don't know.
Because America's really warm, so I don't know. Sorry. You were, everything in your document, you had stated that I had done so with malicious intent in order to just get with you. I want to tell you that is not true. I just wanted to hang out with you because I had a crush on you, and I thought that you were a nice person to be around, and that, yeah, it turned into flirting, and I am not good at flirting, and I'm sorry that my poor flirting came off as me trying to manipulate you in any way, shape, or form. I did not mean for it to come off like that. I am sorry that you, like in the document, you state that I had sexually abused you after the first night, but when we were together and you asked to kiss me and I kissed you and we made out, and I'm sorry that I did not interpret that as having to stop entirely. It came off as very much as you wanted to, you know, like you wanted to do more. You had told me in the past that you had a crush on me. In May, I was adding it to the document as a contradiction, and because you stated somewhere that you never had feelings for me, and I'm sorry that you were lying, that I didn't pick up on the lie back then. And I'm sorry for not showcasing this here, but I don't want to try anymore. I'm not going to be around to care whether or not my name is cleared or not. Again, I don't want to use this video as a way to clear my name or anything. I want to apologize to Ren, to my friends, my coworkers, and my family. I'm sorry that throughout the days I was not messaging you a lot. It was all so new to me. I had never been with someone before, and it was all going so fast. And I'm sorry that it came off as me not caring.
Sounds like way too
or
fast.
Just not being there. I had so much stuff planned with everyone, my friends, that I rearranged, and there was meetings and dinners, and it was so much, and I hadn't planned for us to do anything, so I'm sorry that I didn't fit it into the schedule. And I'm sorry for being so dry in our text. Suddenly having someone to talk to, it was like romantically, it was so weird, and it was my first time doing that, and it was so new, and I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know how to act, and I'm so sorry it came off as me not caring.
I mean, the whole thing, it sounded like she wanted it to go really fast, and he didn't want that. That's the interpretation I've gotten this entire time. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Not sure how to feel.
Because I did care about you, and I don't understand why you want to frame me for something so fucking heinous. I don't get it. And when in the hotel lobby, and you were crying, and you wanted to hug me, and I'm sorry I didn't pick up that I was manipulating you. I just wanted to comfort you because you were. I'm, I'm sorry that I wasn't very good at sex and that I hurt you. It was my first time, and I didn't know what to do.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm sorry. And I wanted to be better. I wanted to try again, which is why that I asked to try again the next night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry that I also ran off so early because I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed that I. My mom came down and wanted to check up on me
Oh God.
and wanted me to reassure her that I
Brother.
wouldn't do anything stupid.
Okay.
So I had to lie to her again.
Uh-huh.
I left off on um, I ran off early because not because I was done with you or because I didn't love you or because
Uh-huh.
I forgot what you wrote specifically, but it was just because it was my first time with anyone ever, and I had not succeeded in pleasing you as well, and it made me embarrassed that I that I had not been good enough. So I ran back home. As part of the embarrassment, I did the self-deprecating, well, that just happened joke. It was not meant to be like downplaying what happened. It was just me trying to make a joke in a situation where I had fucked up by not being good enough for you. And we texted a bit. I wanted to move on from it because I was just so embarrassed that my first time had been with someone that I had been friends with for so long.
Uh-huh.
Like meeting a friend of mine that I had had a crush on for 2 years, and you know, being with them, it was embarrassing, and I did not mean for it to come off as me not caring about you or wanting to use you or any of the sorts.
Sure.
The next day, I was embarrassed to see you because obviously I tried to avoid eye contact with you at RDC and just tried to avoid you at RDC. And it was not out of malicious. It was just because I was so embarrassed that we had been together, but I still liked you. Okay, that's why I wanted to try again the next night. That night, I wanted to try again because the first night had not gone that well.
Uh-huh.
And I will bring up another discrepancy, which I do not understand why you left out or changed. During the day when I was buying condoms, I had left the store. You messaged me to also get lube. At the time, I was on my way to a meeting I had scheduled long in advance, and all the stores would be closed by the time that I was done with all my scheduled things. You stated that you had looked up the fact that there was lube, that lube was needed in your document, but we know that's not true because you were with your friend, and you told your friend what we had done, even though I had asked you out of embarrassment, not because I wanted to try and hide anything. I was just plainly embarrassed. You asked them what was good for sex, and they suggested lube. And I know this because that night, when we were laying together, you confessed to me that you had talked to 2 of your friends about our intimate encounter, even though I had requested you not to. I
Right.
looked past it because just girl gossip,
I guess, dude.
and I don't understand why you decided to not include that as part of your document and why you would make that up. And we then slept together. We woke up, kissed, yada yada. And then I had to leave early because, and actually this is another thing I'll bring up. You talked about how I didn't want you to meet my mom, and because I was trying to hide you from her. That is not true. That is true in a sense. I was not trying to hide you because of anything malicious. I just did not want my mom, who had a key card to my room, to know that I was having sex with a girl because parents knowing about
kinda
sex, I
fair.
find that embarrassing.
Yeah.
There was nothing more to it. I apologize if it came off as me not trying to introduce you to her, even though you had met a few days prior. I don't understand why you would make up that you had not met. that day I said I did not want to do it again that night because when I was with you, I barely got any sleep, which was true. So I wanted to take a day off just so I could get some proper rest, as the days with all the meetings, it was making me incredibly exhausted because I had to walk around so much, I had to attend so many different things, talk to so many different people, and only getting 5 to 6 hours of sleep was very difficult. I did not mean for it to come off as me suddenly losing interest or not wanting to come over and cuddle and hug. I just genuinely needed some rest because I was tired.
Okay.
On the day of the IRA, Roblox Innovation Awards, I did not hang out with you as much because I was hanging out with the core pressure team group who were all attending the awards to see if we would win a innovation award. That's why I did not hang out with you or talk to you, because I was with the team at the time. I was not on my phone. That's why I was not texting as much, because I was again with the team. I did not mean for it to come off as me ignoring you or not talking to you enough. I was just really busy talking with my own teammates. Then I get a message, and this is the part where you said that I sent you something that made you try and kill yourself. In the document, you did not disclose what that was, so I will say it here. I had gotten word that you had told 6 other people about our intimate encounters, even after I had told you the night before that I would like for you not to do that. This made me angry and mad and disappointed in you because you had broken my sexual boundaries twice now. Well, 6 times, actually. And it just made me sad. And you started freaking out, talking about you were going to kill the guy who had sent it, even though it wasn't him. And you started freaking out. And I put down my phone because I just did not want to hear it. I was too disappointed in you at the time, and I'm so sorry that I didn't pick up the phone. I didn't know that you were going to try and hurt yourself. And I'm really sorry that it took until I had come back to the home country, until I was made aware that you had attempted to take your own life. And I'm very sorry that when I reached back to you to try and be there for you because I didn't know what else to do, I did not do so properly because I don't know how to handle situations where people are suicidal. I don't know what to do. I'm so sorry. I didn't know what to say. It's such a difficult topic to tackle, and I just don't know how to properly handle it. And I'm sorry that I did not handle it properly with you. And I'm sorry. And I've regretted so many days that I just didn't pick up the phone and heard you out. I was talking with my mom one time after RDC, and I told her about you, how you had broken my boundaries, and she explained to me that, oh, girls just...
Zeal stated his boundaries, and the BPD girl broke them and cried rape when things didn't go her way. Sure as hell seems that way, man.
Does do that when they love someone. And I'm sorry that in the moment I didn't see it like that. I was just so frustrated that you had talked about our intimacy, even though I was really embarrassed, and I just didn't want anyone to know about it because it was embarrassing, and I don't understand why you would start talking about it. I reached out to you again because I still loved you, and I'm sorry that I shut down all your offers of meeting up because it was I didn't, but it was because we live in 2 different countries, and travel is expensive, and it's something I just don't have time to. I'm a very busy individual. Well, I was. I'm not going to be any longer. But but a few days after I had reached out to you again, we were talking and having fun. You asked about an opportunity with Roblox regarding your music, and I had to consult my team. And then they told me that you had been very awful and cruel to the members of the team whilst you were attending RDC, and how you had harassed them in their group and followed them, and you had torn up a sticker that they had given you because you asked for it. And I don't understand why you would do that to them. They didn't do anything to you. But after that, I decided that, with great hesitation, that you were not someone I wanted to be around. So I started cutting you off slowly. And of course I didn't make this obvious because I just didn't want to be associated with you anymore because of the way you had talked to my friends and handled my friends, and how the whole suicide attempt of yours had went down. It was just such a big mess. And I didn't want to cut you off abruptly because I was afraid that you'd try and harm yourself again. And I'm really sorry that I didn't. I don't know. I have never been a romantic person. I've never been with someone or been close with someone, and then suddenly learning that the one person I was close to had been awful to all my friends, it made me. It was so difficult, and I'm so sorry that I hurt you by cutting you off, because you had told me how every man you had been with had been awful, and And I'm so sorry that I ended up being one of them. And I really didn't mean it. It just, after I had cut you off, there were so many days where I was just wishing I could reach out to you again to see how you were doing and to ask how you were feeling and ask if you were okay. And I didn't, because I didn't want to, because we had left on such bad terms. And I'm so sorry for playing dumb when our little fight happened at the end. I'm so sorry for playing dumb and not taking you seriously. Well, like, I don't know how to put it, but um, and then later down the line, on December 22nd, I got a direct message from one of my friends where you had confessed to them that I had raped you at RDC, and this broke my heart because I didn't know. I thought I had treated you as best as you could. I had asked for consent at every opportunity, and I was so sad to hear that that is what you thought that I had done to you. I'm sorry that when we were holding hands after you had cried in the bed. I'm so sorry that when you asked to kiss me, that I interpreted it as more than that. I'm sorry that I interpreted you grabbing onto me as you wanting more out of it and not just. I just want to let you know that the September 3rd and 4th had been the best days of my life because it was so nice to hang out with you. I remember when we were shopping for computers and you were showing me your the Kingdom Hearts thing on the big screen, and you were looking for like a laptop, and the others were like building a PC. And I remember when we were getting food, and it was nice, and you were so pretty, and I'm so sorry that me being attracted to you and my poor flirting came off as me wanting to do more, basically. And there's so many nights when I go to bed that I just wish that we could go back to September 4th, just take one more time and try again, because of how bad I fucked up. And I've been wanting to reach out to you so many times these past months because I miss you. And I'm so sorry that everything I did came off as me trying to assault and coerce you into something that you did not want to do. And I'm sorry that you had to lie to me in all those texts. I didn't know that it was lying. I'm sorry for not picking up on the hints that you did not want to go through with it, but after everything that had happened, I couldn't tell. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that when you were sick and you were asking me to come over, that I didn't pick up on the hint that you wanted me to come over. Because it didn't register to me. I'm sorry. You had 3 other...
Like, again, this is he said, she said. Right? But do you detect this pattern? Do you detect this pattern? Because it's a pattern that's very common in emotionally abusive BPD relationships, which is a pattern of, I'm sorry that I didn't get this hint. Because it's never... You get punished for communication that never happens. You get punished for communication that never, ever happens. So it's not, I'm sorry I didn't do this when you asked. It's, I'm sorry that when you didn't communicate with me, I didn't understand or read your mind and figure out what you want. That's something that I've heard a lot during this.
The other friends, and you just said you kind of wished you didn't ask me specifically, and I didn't pick up on the hint, and I'm sorry. And there's so much more and that I want to say, but I don't know how to say it to you because I don't even know if you'll be watching. And I wish I had the opportunity to just talk to you in person, talk this out, and explain why I was so distant. It was just so overwhelming. It was going so fast. You were talking about moving in and long distance relationships, and it was so overwhelming. And I'm sorry that I disappointed you by shooting your ideas down, but it was just so much because I hadn't done this before, and it was all happening so fast. And we were talking about marriage and meetups, and it was just happened the first time, like yesterday.
Yeah, it was too much. It was the first time you were meeting up. You shouldn't be apologizing for that. That's insane behavior. That's insane to be expecting that stuff. Like, that's crazy. There's no reason for you to be apologizing for that. It's fucking delusional.
It was so overwhelming. I'm sorry. I'm gonna move on to the next thing I wanted to talk about. And that is regarding my friends and my teammates. When you originally posted the document, I got to work writing a counter argument debunking most of the things you had gotten wrong and the things you had not included, like the fact that you had asked to kiss me first.
When you have, here's my thing. This is absolutely a he said, she said, of course. But when you factor in Rin consistently moving goalposts, consistently reframing things, and all of that, I don't know how much of a he said, she said it is. Well, it still is because there's no evidence on either side. But it's just a thing of when you see this behavior over and over again of reframing and like retrospectively deciding that you were assaulted after he rejects you and doesn't want to be in a relationship with you, I'm sorry, it kind of paints a picture. It paints a picture.
And that, but as I was doing so, every one of my teammates and my friends, they were leaving me. And I just want to make it clear, Ben, that it's not your fault. And I don't want you to feel bad for what I'm going to do tonight. It was not, and I understand why you were disappointed and mad at me, and I understand why you did what you did, but I had so many plans. I had so many plans and dreams that I wanted to.
Everyone abandoned this guy with no evidence. Everyone abandoned this guy with no evidence, and he thought that the only thing he could do, he was so overwhelmed with everything that he made an attempt on his life. No, he's not okay. He made an attempt on his life after this stream. Can you really blame him? Everyone that you've worked so hard to build this game, and everyone around you is calling you a monster. Everyone around you is calling you a monster. Everyone on social media is calling you a monster. Your former colleagues and work friends are leaving you. Everyone hates you. Everyone hates you. Yes, he is. He is. Scheduled recording, not a stream. Gotcha. But the point still stands. Right. Can you really blame the guy?
To do with my project, and now, no matter what I write, it'll not be good enough because it's already too late. Because everyone has already left. It's all. And like I was talking about before, when I was writing the document and my mom was behind me checking the internet, they said that Gianni had also left as well as all the other voice actors. And I don't see a point in trying to come up with a counter argument because no matter what, it's just over. Wow, we did it. We defended ourselves. I defended myself. I beat the allegations. What's the point in doing that when there's nobody left to talk to? I want to apologize to every individual.
Did he do it? He tried. He was hospitalized.
My name for the things that I did wrong. I'm sorry, Gianni, for dragging you into this project and ruining your name with the character. I'm sorry that. I don't know. I'm sorry to Serum for making your character in the first place, so now it's just gonna be a stain in your life, and I'm so sorry.
Here's what I'll say about the Parlo stuff, right? At least Parlo, while the trip was still going on, was saying that he felt, like taken advantage of and that stuff happened that he wasn't okay with, that kind of thing. At least he said that while he was still on the trip. These claims were being made
what? Almost 7 months after? Almost 7 months. And in the month and a half that they were still talking, while this was, after this had happened, she treated it like it was great. She treated it like it was great.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, dear. I didn't want this to happen to you. You told me so many times how much this character mattered to you, and I'm so sorry that I had to ruin it. I'm so sorry. I want to say sorry to Boss, who was the first person I hired for the game. I'm sorry that you wasted all these years for nothing. And that it all comes crashing down in a wet fucking fart. And I'm so sorry. And I don't know what to say. I don't know. We didn't know each other very well, but you were such a good like programmer. You were so talented. I'm so sorry that you wasted your talent on this. I want to say sorry to Alti for making him waste time animating Sebastian as well as many other characters. And I want to say sorry to Rad for.
I'm gonna skip over these I'm sorries because this is just like, this is bleak, man. This is bleak as fuck. Is the rest of this just I'm sorries? Okay. Here's.
I didn't have it. This was my plan. What do I do? What do I do? Wow, whoa. Let's talk about the response. How nice. What's the point?
That's exactly what I said
that I'm
underground in
wasting my
August. That's why it
trying to
frustrates
defend
me
me.
so much to see shit like this.
And look out for me, and I'm sorry that I'm sorry for everything that I put you through. I can't imagine how stressful this is, and I'm so sorry. I want to say sorry to Methea.
Okay, so
Train
more
and
sorries.
Cleaves.
Let's see, what else? You're all very talented. Sorry to Will. Sorry for jumping all over the place. Saying sorry to all his staff, essentially, it seems.
But I don't want to wait and suffer more, because I know it's only going to get worse. More people are going to leave me, and I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to be around when that happens, because it's such a shot through the heart. And nobody wants to wait for me to at least give a response, or defend myself. I feel so alone that nobody wants to even wait. Everyone's just abandoning me. And I don't want to see that continue to happen because it hurts so much. And I'm sorry that I won't be around to pay you because you deserve your payments for all the hard work you.
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, so he's going. Jesus. So it looks like he goes through a couple more apologies here.
And I know that it's so much I owe, and there is enough on the way, but I don't want to be there when it gets here.
False allegations are still very, very rare. Not on the internet. Not on the internet. In real life, absolutely, they are. They are. Not on the internet. This gives the same reaction as Tina hiding in the bathroom crying from Brad. Dude. You are on the money with that one. You are on the money with that one. Yeah. No, it definitely does. I remember when I first listened to that one, it just made me so viscerally, like, uncomfortable. It put a fucking knot in my stomach. Yeah.
and so much on my shoulders. I noticed so many voices screaming at me because I couldn't respond fast enough, and everyone was leaving me. And there was nobody who wanted to wait until I could give an answer. Like, what's the point? Give me an answer anyway, because when it's done, there's nobody left. Everyone has already left.
I just realized, but if she told her friends about the encounter, why didn't she call it rape then? Yeah, no, I agree.
I was hoping that people would just let me come up with something in a few days, but Zerum has left, and Kat has left, and Methi and Citrine has left, and so many of my friends have left, and I feel so alone because I don't want to wait until I can at least explain myself, and I miss them so much. I wish I was able to talk to them. Just once I could. I just needed a few more days. I already.
Okay, so then we get a few more apologies here. Okay, so then this is also directly to Ren.
Before I stop, I want to talk to you again, Ren. Every night, when I've gone to bed, I think about us on September 4th. You were so lovely, and beautiful, and nice, and I don't understand why you decided. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but you had just been so cruel to my friends. And I wish I hadn't cut you off because I loved you. And you were the first person I'd been with, and I was just embarrassed. I didn't know what to do or say. And I'm sorry for not being good at romance. I wanted to try, but we live so far apart, and it's just not feasible. And I don't understand why you would say all these things about me, because I cared about you. You would say that I wanted to. I was asking where you were. It's just, I don't know. It's just, you've been in the document. You've been framing me like I hated you, and I didn't. I loved you. I loved you because you were so nice, and we've been friends for so long, and I don't understand why. I know I said this earlier, but like the 4th of September was the best day of my life because you were just so lovely, and you were so kind.
The only thing I'm listening to at this point, Lost in Worlds, is just actual stuff to Ren herself. Anything that's additional details.
And when I was holding you and you were crying, it felt so nice. Not nice when you were crying, but it was just so nice to hold you, and I didn't mean for it to come off as assault. You asked me to kiss you.
Less than 20 minutes left.
Why are you doing this to me?
We're not listening to the whole 20 minutes.
I wanted what was best for you. You said you had money troubles and you wanted to emigrate. I said, in order to do that, you need a job, but you said you wanted to quit. In order to emigrate, you needed money. Like, you kept bringing up how I was holding money over your head. And it was because he cared about you. Because you said you wanted to emigrate. I don't understand. He said you wanted to move country, but that's expensive.
I think you left the faucet on. Fuck off. What does that even mean? Hi, Nick Andros. Wait. Lio celebrated this guy trying to kill himself? Is that even true? There's no way. The truth came out and Lio immediately deleted the video. Is that seriously true? I need to talk to Lio about that if that's true.
Ren, you need money for that. And you wouldn't have a job if you were let go. I'm sorry if I had overworked you. I didn't mean to. It's just that you were such a good music designer. And I wanted to hear more of the music you made. That's why. And you kept. And I felt you. And I was so sad when we were in the group chat. Everything you and J-Bug were doing is just making me fire you, and I didn't want to because you were such. I didn't want to do that to you. I didn't want you to be out of a job because you wouldn't get paid. Instead, you wanted me to move. So I wanted to look after you. I don't understand why you'd use that as something malicious. I just wanted to care about you because I cared. everything you've been saying and phrasing in this document is making me such an awful person, but I was just a dumb, naive, bad romantic. I didn't know that it came off so maliciously. I didn't want to hurt you. It was... I felt so betrayed when you kept talking behind my back after I'd asked you not to. And I'm so sorry for not picking up the phone, but I was just so mad. Because you kept calling 3 times, and I'm sorry that I didn't pick up. I should have picked up.
He's being punished for not picking up the phone. That's really cool.
Sorry that you attempted to kill yourself because I wasn't there to pick up the phone. And I'm sorry that I made you catch feelings. And I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I just love you. I'm so scared. I'm so scared to stop talking because I know what comes next. And I don't want to make my mom sad. And she told me she couldn't live without me, but I don't see a point in going forward. And I'm so scared. I'm so scared to do this.
Okay, alright. This does... Oh, this seems to just be him talking about wanting to die. So many things went wrong. I don't understand why you do this to me, and I love you. I don't know why you'd frame it as assault when you asked me to kiss you. I don't know why you'd lie about the L. It's, what is that line? It seems like it was...
I don't know why you would lie about the lube when it was your friend.
lube.
Because you had broken my trust. And I don't know why.
Okay, I don't know why you had... You were afraid and said that you were going to try to kill yourself. That's something bad I did simply because you had broken my trust again. Why the fuck would you produce a recording like this? Who is this guy? Somebody tell Nick Andros. Tell Nick Andros, or if he calls in, I'll tell him too. So scared. I miss you every day that I've not been with you. I've been lonely because you were nice and I wanted to talk to you. But I couldn't because you've been such an awful person of my friend. I don't understand why you did this. I don't understand how you operate. I knew you had bipolar, but I just didn't want to understand. He meant BPD, but that's okay. I want to treat you nicely, give you a good job. You didn't want that. I wouldn't even be flirted poorly, and you didn't want that. You accused me of assaulting you, and I don't understand why. I didn't assault you. I love you. I comforted you and held you in the hotel when you were crying because I loved you. I wanted to spend time with you. I don't understand why you'd see that as so malicious. I had to cut contact because you've been such a cruel person to my friends, and I didn't want to. I wanted to stay in contact. I wanted to keep talking to you. I wanted to have to try to figure something out, but it's still so new to me. I didn't know. Okay. It's long-distance relationships that scare me because my dad was in one and it just wasn't working. It didn't work out for them. And I'm so scared that I ended up in a situation like that where I've been yearning for someone who was 50 countries away. I don't know. I'm scared because there's nothing left for me. My job is over. My plans for the future are done. You've made everyone hate me, and I don't understand. I don't understand why you would do it. I'm so scared that I fuck up and manage to not KMS from this, because that means I get to see your reaction, and I don't want to see what you have to say. I don't want to see your reaction. It's scaring me. Everyone has left me. I don't know. I'm so scared. I don't want my mom to find me like that, but there's nothing I can do. I don't have experience for anything else. I've never had a real job. This has been my thing for 6 years. I've just been a Roblox modeler. Now I can't be that anymore. I don't know what to do. I don't understand why you would accuse me of something so heinous. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. I don't want to know. I don't know. I don't want to know. I hope that I'm not around to know. I hope this... Okay. I try to be so this is about the hickeys, okay? So this is, him attesting to this not being choke marks like it was alleged to be.
I tried to be gentle, and you asked me for neck kisses, and I didn't know what a hickey was, and I gave you them by accident. I didn't mean to give you a hickey. You said your friend had concealer, but your friend says that you were rubbing it off. So I don't know why you're suddenly being so... just saying that I was doing it maliciously when you were rubbing it off.
Interesting. So allegedly, her she was given concealer by her friend and she was rubbing it off so people could see it. Interesting. Allegedly, of course. Because this is a he said, she said. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to respond to Rin's accusations fast enough. I want to make... I know how serious these accusations were, but everyone just left and I don't know what to do. I don't think you would have listened if I had had one. I don't see the point. It's a she said, he said. I don't know about y'all seeing the evidence. I'm on Ren's side. God, that's crazy. That's crazy. You're telling me multiple people knew about Zeal and Ren and decided it was a problem until it became cancelable? It's like the parlor shit all over again. Zeal's story doesn't add up. Too many people involved in the situation have skeletons in their closet. Ren's story doesn't add up at all. What are you talking about? If you'd like to call in about this and have a dispute, I would love to, and I will be very civil. If you would like to call in about this and talk about it, I would love to have a normal debate and be very civil and not yell or anything like that, because you're not gonna have a good time in chat here. But I would be more than willing to have a conversation rather than just you kind of saying it into the ether. Okay, you want to call in? All right. Let me go ahead and give you the... Let me give you the... Wait. How old are you? How old are you? Tell me how old you are first, because I don't want to...
Listen, you do not want the rate to Joker on your case.
I don't really want to... I'm not going to... You can't be in my server if you're under 18. My server's 18 plus. Let me see. Uh-huh.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
We might be about to have a debate. You're 22? Great. Perfect. Okay. There you go.
Debate with who?
This part 12 coin flip person.
12 coin flip. Is it going to be a W debate?
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know if this guy's 22. I just clicked on his channel. He plays with toys.
So does Lyle Convoy, and he's 40.
No, it's like the Super Mario Logan, but like retarded.
People do that? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I decided to buy a BGA Blind Max. Oh my god.
Oh no, it's definitely no, never mind. It's definitely
it's a woman.
Adult.
Yeah,
I just watched the video.
Bitch.
I don't know. The thumbnails just had me like, oh, maybe by me, kid.
Her answer is, I'm autistic. Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna be a dick to you. I'm more than willing to just kind of have
it wasn't
a
even about the. It wasn't even the videos themselves. The thumbnails. I just was like, oh, might be a kid.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think you said that to be a dick. I think you were just trying to look out for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was just age checking you. I'm sorry. Go into my server, go into the waiting channel, and I will drag you in, okay?
One more drink, I'ma pass out. Got the club full over the act out. Bungless. My bungie boy. Is it Phantom?
There are some rapes that must occur.
They joined at 12:28.
Is that the only reason?
I think it's Phantom SC. I'm gonna verify them. Village idiots.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is them. PT12. Join waiting VC. PT12.
Hambleton put me on.
What are you guys about to argue about? Or
about the thing that I've been streaming about this whole time.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like something else.
Why? Why would it be the thing?
I don't know. Like, what is the debate about this?
She's saying that she's on the accuser side, which I want to hear why.
Huh. Okay.
Because I am decidedly against the accuser at this point.
They said, "Give me a sec."
That's fine. Take your time. Let me see if there's any more to look through with this upload here.
Gotta testify. Come up in the spot to get extra fly.
Can we get... I don't think Gooner knows anything about the situation, so no, absolutely not.
Who the fuck is Gooner?
Gooner 42.
Yeah,
I'm so
adding
scared
42
because I don't know what's
made-
happening next. I promised that I wouldn't. I promised that I wouldn't blank. You guys know what he's saying there. I can't do it anymore. What would be the point? I don't understand why you would accuse me of something like this, Ren. I don't get it. I remember September 4th where you asked me to kiss you. When you asked me to kiss... when you asked to kiss me and I kissed you and we started making out and I held your hand in finger locks, it was so nice. It felt so nice. You were so nice. It felt so wonderful. I missed that friend that night was loving. I don't understand why you did this. Thank you I don't think I can read this part. I'm so sorry for yelling. But you betrayed my trust and you betrayed it again.
Oh, they're in. I'm dragging them.
I don't think you have perms to
I can't drag them. Riveting. Nice,
Okay.
nice perms, bud.
Yeah, I know the perms are messed up. All right. Oh, somebody did. Lol. Okay.
Wasn't me.
Hello, Phantom. Welcome to the stream. Joey, while we were having this conversation, I asked that you...
Yeah, I'm muting. Don't
Thank
worry.
you. Hello, welcome to the stream.
Oh, no.
Oh, join September 22nd. I was like, what? Okay, on this Friday says, I've been browsing through Ren's Discord server and I've noticed some ill-faith messages from Ren before they went on the trip to RDC. On June 28th, 2025, Ren is complaining about Zerum reporting to Zeal about Ren's stream on working on the soundtrack for the game. She left the Discord server. She also stated that she will be working on the Google Doc against Zeal and that she didn't like being around Zeal. Interesting. Apparently, Zerum looked at my stream and saw me screen sharing FL Studio and went and told Zeal I'm leaking the soundtrack, so he came in and yelled at me, so I left the server. I'm not even in the Pressure Discord server, somebody responds. I don't know, I just don't want to deal with it anymore. That's valid. That's fucked. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care what they do. I just don't want to be in that environment. Someone told me, write a doc on Zeal, expose them, blah, blah. I'm like, there's no need for drama. I just hate it when there's eyes on me anyway. I just want this shit to be over. I'm just tired. Interesting. Something to get used to as a developer, I guess. I'm sure they're in a VC yelling, freaking out and shit. I hate being around Zeal at such times. It stresses me the fuck out. True, he gets really stressed. This is what was included in the document for this period. June 29th. Attempting to exit the dynamic. I sent a goodbye message referencing having been called a burden and experiencing suicidal ideation in prior months. This shows that I had already tried to leave, and I don't think that we have any messages to corroborate that, so that's an allegation. With no acknowledgement of prior distancing and cutoff, we reconnect. The same day we reconnected, he invited and then blocked me from his development server. This is work only, want to keep it professional, while inviting himself into my community server. Immediately after excluding me, he asked if I will be at RDC. The following image is from my departing from Pressure and attempting to cut him off for good. On July 3rd, she goes into her BPD. I basically felt too many negative emotions around certain people, so I decided I'd cut them off, and that's that. It doesn't help that I probably have BPD in the process of a diagnosis. Everyone with BPD has at least attempted suicide twice. That's... what? I've attempted 5 times. Those are what I remember. Then a quote, borderline personality disorder. So it's literally just, you know, the symptoms here. Quitting job. Oh yeah, I quit Pressure. Every person that was willing to debate me abused me. I'm being very considerate with what I'm trying to say right now. You know, sometimes, let me just put it this way. Sometimes, when you accuse every single person that you've ever dated of abuse, sometimes you're right. Sometimes they all have abused you. Sometimes it's a pattern of something else. All of her relationships have resulted in her being sexually abused. It really doesn't help that I was S-hated and groomed growing up. That shit just repulses and scares me. She did not go into this in her Google Doc. There's a note to her past relationship with her quote-unquote old best friend that could be related to this. My old best friend. I'm not saying her name here. I owe it to good memories we had. They were real to me. I do not know if they were real to you, but I need to say this because you abandoned and betrayed me and you've blocked me everywhere, and this is the only place left. I notice things I always have. I remember the hot pot dinner. It was my first time. We were all together, a whole table of friends, and the soup touched my fingers and dropped my plate and shattered it on everyone's aprons. Every single person at that table turned to me and asked if I was okay. That was fine. It didn't matter. They were kind about it. They reassured me while I sat there anxious and embarrassed. You were the only one at the table who gave me a death stare. You thought that I didn't notice. I did notice. I noticed these things. I always did. I just loved you anyway. I remember sitting with you in your hotel room when you told me that you were jealous that I had made it and that you had not. I hugged you. I told you that you would make it too, that I would support you however I could, that you would meet people at this event who would change things for you. I meant every word, that it was... that is who I was to you. You saw me as a burden anyway. Okay, I mean, this is... Okay, why are you trauma dumping about this? This yells BPD. I completely agree.
Yes.
August 15th, she talks about RDC and mistook Ruben Sim instead of Sim Builder for being the shooter for RDC. That's insane. Okay. So, I'm assuming the null person is this. But yeah, Schlepp isn't at all cool and all. He has a thing against furries and retroslop or whatever. However, thank God he's not worse than Ruben, and all of his work and situation could be an actual change. So it's an opportunity for us all to just stand up for each other's safety. And no matter who we are, everyone deserves to play games in total safety. Who is Ruben? A Roblox YouTuber who's kind of problematic and hates furries and just wants to provoke everyone. He's a really complex profile, TBH. And then Ren says, isn't Ruben the guy who showed up at RDC with a firearm? No. I don't know. I just remember hearing from someone he had guns and got arrested in California for a year. We need Roblox intelligence and drama update guys to tell us the facts because I barely know shit. She was inactive in our Discord server during August the 30th to September 14th when RDC 2025 took place, September 5th. On November 25th, she came forward about the bruise marks. It's not the screenshot, it's what happened IRL. The screenshots are just proof it happened. My RDC experience was terrible. By the way, it has been heavily disputed that these are choke marks. That literally looks like a hit. That looks exactly like a hickey. Okay, so it's important for me to show this. Look at this, guys. That looks like a hickey right there, personally. And it's been heavily disputed that these were choke marks. And it's also been said that supposedly she was rubbing through the concealer so that they would be visible. I hate it because all my photos and memories are tainted. You can see shit through the concealer. So it, Zeal said that this was hickeys. Okay. No physical things. Yeah. Big red flag in response to big red flag. I have a picture without the concealer, but I don't want to show it because it's too much. It's not something easy to talk about. I don't even know how to begin. When your opinion on someone is positive and the bad things they do can start being overlooked because you're like, oh, they're a good person. He's a selfish person who's full of himself, and because of that, he allows himself to do so many things. He makes a joke out of all serious situations. I don't know if you ever noticed that. He downplays everything. He downplayed my suffering. Sometimes he laughs at stuff he shouldn't. Yes, so he did things to me and laughed about it. Even though you were hurt? Yeah, afterwards I just sat and cried, but I was too scared to face him. Doesn't that contradict what she said? That's not what you said happened. But okay. Whoops. I wanted to be cool, and I wanted him to still think I was cool, even though I thought if I didn't be cool, then I would lose my friend. That's fair to think, but really don't think he's that good of a friend if he did that. He's gone from my life. I had him blocked for over a month now. That's why I'm more comfy to talk about it without him guilting me again. I didn't even say what he did. I barely said anything. But from what I've heard, we can tell he did something pretty bad, and what it did to you, that's just not okay. Does this kind of feel like testing the waters to you? Because it feels like testing the waters to me, personally. So I barely said anything, and then, they leave this long message about how they care about them. Thank you, bro. Stuff will be okay. Let's just give it time and see how things go. Interesting. Interesting line right there. Especially, I need time. I have so many assignments in school. I don't want to deal with more stress. Anyways, I've been listening to DM. Sure, I don't care. These series of messages show that this server is a hug box that reaffirms Bryn's BPD thoughts. She talks about how much she does not like Zeal in July. Despite this, she has ERP'd with him on Zitter and later had sex in person. Zeal thought this was consensual. Ren didn't. Ren is using the mark on her neck as proof that she was hurt. Why would you have sex with someone you don't like? I have attached an archive of the server messages below. It can be viewed with Discord chat exporter front end. I'm currently working on things to get the media saved. As usual, great work from Bulletkin. I want to see these messages on Twitter. I haven't seen those. Does anybody have a link to those? I'm not scared of your intimidation tactics, Zeal's mother. I had hoped you respect them like I respect my own mother. What? But if you'd like to take this to court, then let's do this. I do want justice. I just don't know how to take it to court myself, so you'd be doing me a favor. Thank you very much. You can literally just look that up. Like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. There's nothing they can do legally unless for some reason the country you live in has backward civil laws. This would be under California law. I know my rights. And so I want to keep in mind, we do not know that this is actually Zeal's mom. We do not. We have no idea. There's been nothing to show that this is actually Zeal's mother here.
Why is his mom on Discord?
I don't believe that this is actually the mom, dude.
I don't
I'm gonna
believe
be so
that for a
real.
second.
I don't believe it for a single second, dude. Like
It could. Well, hold on. It could be possible because
it's possible.
That
But it's
reminds
like improbable,
me.
right?
It reminds me because I don't know if you guys know who Mabucket is. He was a child predator that was a prominent Roblox developer on Roblox, and his whole family is on Discord. No exaggeration, by the way. It's fucking insane. So maybe this could be one of those weird situations where they're like all terminally online.
Doesn't it feel? It feels a little like too.
Feels too convenient, right?
It also, but it feels doubly convenient. So then at this point, it would just the only possibility would be if these DMs are faked. So we do know that this is her because there's like old messages and stuff showing that it's her. Okay, sure. 6-year-old Discord account, 3 years within the server.
That's slightly worrying.
Okay. So Zeal's mom says, or allegedly Zeal's mom says, we are preparing to release a statement, but due to recent events, that will not be happening. We want to make it extremely clear that what Zeal is being accused of is false. While they did have relations, Rin has removed important information that paints what happened as something it was not. There was verbal mutual consent. Rin showed and expressed continued interest in Zeal, and from his POV, there was no way of reading what Rin now claims are lies and such. We and Zeal accept that Rin's views of what happened extremely negatively, but at the time, Zeal could not have known this. The relationship was not perfect, and Zeal is not a perfect person, but what this has been labeled is vile and untrue. The video was not bait, fake, or a ploy for sympathy. We took down the video as soon as we knew about it. Down the video. This is not a thing that belongs on the internet. If you have re-uploaded or shared it, we ask you to take it down. Zeal was very clearly not in the right mind, and if you have re-uploaded it, you are taking advantage of a person at their lowest, exactly what you accuse Zeal of.
Wait,
Zeal
so did he upload it? Or was it
the attempt?
The video that
the
they're
video
referring
before the
to.
attempt? Yeah, he uploaded it. Yeah.
Okay, well that's
and then it was
fair
taken
game.
down
She
like
should shut up.
5 minutes later.
Yeah, well then she should be quiet. Smiles.
So Zeal's state, health, and details of the situation will be kept completely private, but we will be taking legal action as what Rin has done has caused irreversible damage mentally, physically, and monetarily, not only to Zeal, but to everyone around him. But first, we are prioritizing Zeal's condition at this time. We are still endlessly confused why Rin has chosen to accuse Zeal of something this serious and horrible. We will be going offline. Do not contact us, please. We will try to handle everything from now on legally. I will not watch the video for my own mental safety, but I will clarify further. I did not drink alcohol. I stated I was curious what it's like. I was told that I would start crying and get depressed and that it's not fun. I didn't drink. I never wanted sex. My idea of dating was always holding hands and cuddles. I only ever wanted to have sex with someone I had a long-term committed relationship with. He took that away from me. He took my first time away from me, something I've wanted to be sacred, something that was meant to be full of love. I look at my body in complete disgust. I feel like a corpse and that's now being used, and that nobody will ever want to love me because of what has been done to my body. And yet I am trying to love and live. I will forever be full of love. I will forever be full of life. To clarify
Holy
to those
fuck,
who
take
worry,
it to a publisher.
And to clarify for those who are worried, yes, Ren is doing okay. I am doing okay. Woke up and a little shaken from the news, as I never wanted this man physically hurt. I'm glad that he's been admitted, and I wish him a journey of self-improvement going forward. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I wish a journey of self-improvement after I threw this guy under the bus and then tried ruining his life.
Shut the fuck up. And then, uh-oh. Someone responds, you never wanted sex? Then we have a message from Ren. Oh shit. I was gonna tell you, you need lube as well. It helps.
No, you don't get it. She was pressured. You see what I did there?
Yeah, pressured. Unfortunately, I can't upload a proper screenshot.
How can I make this about me?
Exactly. So then Ruffles with sour cream from Kiwi Farms.
It's a good flavor.
says, unfortunately, I can't upload a proper screenshot right now, but an announcement was made in the official Urban Shade Discord server today defending Zeal and claiming this scenario is false. They also claim that they're going to be taking legal action. Here's the message link.
Lol.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that we're in this new era where people are taking legal action against bullshit.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So these are also some stuff that I was sent. Wait, people are saying that just because I posted this, that I don't care about what's going on. What? So now I suddenly cannot exist or breathe or say anything without it being interpreted as me not giving a shit. Do you want me to tell you that I was vomiting a lot this morning? And then somebody says, Ren, and somebody's like concerned about her and says, Ren, don't post stuff, especially if it makes you feel like you don't care about the situation. People will weaponize it against you, which is true. So weird to admit that. Don't listen to these people, Ren. If they had any interest for you as for your well-being, they wouldn't say things like that. It's better to ignore them and mute them. But how are you now? Do you feel better than this morning? And by the way, are you available? I do feel better, but it's like the moment I felt better is bad. I feel like people just want me to keep saying I'm crying or threw up, and the moment I'm not, I suddenly don't care, and I genuinely don't know what to do with the internet right now. Probably get off of it for a while. And then somebody responds, apparently trying to cope or distract yourself in order not to lose your mind means you don't care. Sure, okay. Man, what are we doing? This makes no fucking sense to me right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she said that she tried 5 times.
She or him?
She did.
Oh, so she wants attention. Okay.
Yeah, seemingly.
No normal person would try to kill themselves 5 fucking times. Like, let's be real here. If it would get to a certain point where you're just gonna fucking end it. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
I mean,
that is I guarantee I'm betting my life that at least 2 of those attempts were for attention.
I can't find myself disagreeing with that.
That's what I said. Did you really, Bungus?
Yeah,
Wow.
that is.
So finally, dude, we're on the same page.
They also say, I've seen people try to use it against you that you're acting cute after exposing Zeal, and in the very slim possibility of a court case, even dumb, harmless things like fugbug posts can be used against you with the right expensive lawyers. Which is true. That's true. And I hope it is.
I'm sorry, I just read what Bungus posted.
Let me just say, I hope it is. I hope it is. And then Quote tweets this, I will not give people the luxury to watch me suffer more than I have. The essay wasn't yesterday, and you were not there for me when I had to go through the worst, and it's okay. Well, actually, you know, Ren, that's funny that you said that. It was,
Shut
you know,
up, you
well, it's funny because it was 5 months, or sorry, not 5 months ago. It was 7 months ago. And for months leading up to it, you were saying nothing about it being essay. So that's a little confusing to me that you're, but whatever. Whatever.
Well, no, it's not confusing. It's because she just now decided it was.
Well, you want to know why? Because he didn't want to be in a relationship with her.
Wait, hold on. Guys, is BPD pussy really this good? I mean, come on.
No, it never is. Never is.
Like, how do people keep getting in scenarios like this? I almost got in a scenario like this, and it fucking sucked.
Okay, so one of the writers, Will/Spumoni, put out a Google Doc response yesterday that I haven't seen posted here. It got very little traction, and every retweet was just people who clearly hadn't read it telling her to kill herself. She makes it very clear that she believes Ren, but provides a few very interesting details that Ren left out of the story. Ren says, Kat was the main culprit on the pressure team who hated and villainized her, persuaded everyone that Zeal had been forced to fire her, and later that she had assaulted him, not the other way around. They were also committed the crime of smiling awkwardly and making a quick getaway when Ren approached them in RDC. What was left out is, Kat actually used to be close friends with Ren, but grew strained by her obsessive and boundary-crossing behavior. Interesting. Until one day, Ren confessed her love, and Kat didn't reciprocate. Ren responded by blocking Kat and trying to reverse the situation to Zeal. That sounds very similar to what she did to Zeal. Very interesting. Saying that Kat was the one who made her feel uncomfortable. When that didn't work to get Kat kicked off the team, Ren moved to a different Catless team chat where she could constantly have meltdowns and insult everyone, including Zeal and Will. Interesting. Ren says...
It sounds like she's just an extremely unlikable person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe they're not the problem. For once, it's not the Roblox devs' fault.
Yep. Ren says she approached Zerum and Kat at RDC with only pure and friendly intentions to make up. She did not harass them at all. They were cold to her for no reason. What was left out is that Ren was displaying manic behavior and at one point cornered Kat alone to be unblocked on Discord. During the whole trip, she was also sending obsessive messages to her friends about how much she hated Zerum and Kat and wanted them to suffer, including while she was walking with them. Said friends also told them about Ren ripping up and throwing away stickers they gave her. Ren says her friends were so loving and supportive of her struggles, heating up food for her, scratching her head affectionately, and so on. What was left out is that Ren's behavior was making them understandably uncomfortable the whole time. They saw through her suicide baiting as manipulation. As stated, they ended up snitching on her behavior to the pressure team, and after the awards ceremony fiasco, they were very much sick of her shit. One of them was so scared by her that they didn't even attend the ceremony. It appears she is still deluded about this part.
Yeah.
So then...
Guys, don't you love BPD women? It's like the most awesome thing in the whole wide world.
So then... Let me see here. Updated the doc with the recent threat video that Zeal posted. Sending death threats is wrong. Keep your hateful words to yourself because we have a human
Gianni
right to say.
Montriago responded. Oh, no.
Who is... I don't even know who that is.
That's the voice actor of the main character. You know Gianni, like the dude who does like all the meme voiceovers, but he's actually a professional voice actor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's him. They hired him.
Huh.
He's the voice of the fish in the game, I believe.
And then some posts about supporting Zeal have been removed, plus responding to an accusation we've gotten and leaving a few apologize while at it. So I don't know what the... I don't care. I don't care. That doesn't pertain to me at all. Just read the full annotated Google Doc breaking down the Roblox pressure situation using only the raw Discord messages between Zeal and Ren. No curated stories, unbiased as possible, only DMs. Here's my detailed breakdown straight from the doc. Ren's infatuation led her to ignore her own boundaries and people please. Weeks of mutual hype and repeated consent checks in chat. Tragic miscommunication, not clear-cut assault. Disclaimer from the doc. Ren's long POV is heavily curated to fit her narrative. The raw Discord chats are the only unbiased source we have. August 24th, Ren first asked Zeal, where are you staying? Okay, so I mean, that's just kind of summarizing things. But yes, this is correct. This is correct.
Wait.
It's good to see somebody say that.
It's like she lied or something. No.
Exactly. So then, I have a few I have archived that show the duality of the sub. Someone thinks Ren is lying and both are in the wrong. Someone wants to go over the hard truth but blames everything on Zeal. Comments call out the OP. That's the subreddit stuff. Okay. Sure. Cat statement on Ren's statement. I've changed all mentions of rape to be sexual assault. Sure. My name's Kat. So this person who's like evil to you, I wonder if you take their side, because I don't really care about anything else that you're gonna say, because like what are you talking about? Ren and I had a bad relationship. This should not and cannot take away from the fact that she is a victim.
Victim. All right. Well, let's just. I think that's enough.
And then also says that Zeal harassed her. Okay.
Okay. Well.
All right. Well,
this whole story can be chalked up to I did this because I was mad.
Yeah.
This is literally, that's what happened. I was mad. I have emotions I can't keep in check. I was dating a guy and I was gay and retarded. Didn't work out. And now I want to ruin his life because I'm a fucking piss baby.
Oh, okay.
It's literally the whole situation.
So here's this. Everything included is content that was omitted in Ren's document. You are free to cross-index and verify where specific context is missing. This is a short, brief document that serves to fill the gaps with related evidence. The rest is up for your discretion. Interesting. Okay. So prior events. Post Ren's, the whole thing. Admission of a deleted message from Ren to Zeal that reads, I leaked your entire fucking soundtrack, bitch. Fuck you. I did it on fucking purpose. I hope you wish death upon me, you stupid fucking bitch. Okay.
Yeah, this seems normal.
This is related to the segment titled On the Forced Fire Narrative and September 19th, after RDC, pages 54 to 61 of Ren's doc. According to the pressure team, there was at least 3 occasions where Ren was involved in showcasing confidential work in the community streams that was spoken to several times regarding this behavior, although she never leaked a full soundtrack, is what she says. But then, It's her against herself there, because she also says, I leaked her entire fucking soundtrack, bitch.
This bitch is fighting everybody, even herself.
Yeah, even herself. And then...
What the fuck?
Right. So then we have this. This is the, the DMs with the actual admission there. Just checking, do you hate me yet? No, I'm sad, but I don't hate you. You don't see any accidental preview of deleted messages, I hope, ? Of when I said this to you and I deleted it. When I said this to you and then deleted it. I don't even know why I said it. Rin elaborates on why she sent the contents.
All this could have been a police report.
True. Ren elaborates on why she sent the contents of the prior deleted here. This is a good time to bring the fucking music back here. Ren elaborates on why she sent the contents of the prior deleted message. The playlist containing all the uploads of Pressure's new OST at the time was discovered. Ren worries it would be leaked, so she decided to pretend that she purposefully leaked it before rescinding her decision, deleting the playlist and privating all songs. Zeal dismisses it with a neutral outlook. Ren exhibits apologetic behavior throughout the interaction. Sure. Additional context. Israel was delivering missile strikes in Ren's region, Jordan. Zeal references... Awesome. So Zeal says, you gotta get out of there. What? Do you know how much it would cost? No idea, because I don't know where to go. I know that you think I'm trying to hold your paycheck over your head as some sort of blackmail, like, oh, if you leave, you won't make as much money, but, like, you need money to immigrate. What do you mean? One of the reasons why you wanted to leave was that I kept on bringing up money, apparently as a reason not to. But that's because I'm worried about your financial security, especially when you want to immigrate. And then Ren interjects with several vulnerability reasons relating to her leave, mainly pertaining to mental illness and claiming abuse in the workplace. So Ren says, I'm mentally unwell. I was told that I was being abused in a way. I tried to take it. I really tried. When I reached a point, I'd be crying, scared of you because I might mess up something. I was told, Ren, this isn't right for you to get out. Go ahead.
Do you know what that means, by the way? Sorry for interrupting. The mainly pertaining to mental illness and claiming abuse in the workspace, their workplace is a fucking Discord call. This is how these developers work, by the way. It's rarely ever like an actual physical studio or an in-place environment. It is them communicating over Discord. Fucking abuse in the workplace is such an insane thing to say to me. I don't know. That seems ridiculous. Yeah, abuse in the Discord call. It's like, what the fuck does that even mean? What does abuse in the workplace mean in the context of a Discord call? Like you were being verbally harassed or abused?
Yeah, verbal harassment is probably
what
the worst that it could be.
What the fuck does that mean? If that's happening, don't work for them. Quit. Like, am I missing something? It seems ridiculous to me. It seems so stupid. I don't know. Maybe the money was too much to refuse. She is near Israel. Assad. RFK spending all his time trying to cure autism when BPD is the epidemic destroying people's jobs. You might be onto something.
So, mentally unwell, abused in some way. When I reached a point, I'd be crying scared because of you. I might mess something up. I was told, Ren, this isn't right for you, get out. I don't want to have to work and be scared constantly. I just want to have fun, but it's too big now, too scary. Sometimes I go back and read these and feel pity for myself. I feel pathetic. I cry way too much, but it loops in my head.
This warrants a KYS.
And then shows a bunch of things where people say that you're schizophrenic. Where Ren's schizophrenic. Because I tried to make fun of myself when I was uncomfortable to fit in, and I just realizing I kept on doing it. Sorry, I have so much on my mind. And then Zeal says, it's okay. Like I said, these past few months I've been feeling like the end is nearing. Be sure to stay safe. I had to find something good enough to replace my me in case of anything too. Like I've been trying to act all nonchalant and cool, but I get really scared. I understand. Stan, I'm scared for you too. Did I show you this? And it's, the country getting bombed.
This does not help her case at all. Look how nice he's being to her and tolerating this bullshit.
I know. August 11th. The following events occurred when Ren and Zeals reconnected, or between the segments of August 11th re-engagement. Read chronologically from left to right for each screenshot. Is there like an option on Discord to make it so that you only send friend requests despite having friends in common? Because if not, then blank agreed to block me together because I cannot send them friend requests or even talk to them. What do you mean? We have friend requests in common, so naturally my friend request should be sent, but instead it says friend request failed. I guess it's a taste of my own medicine. They might have you blocked. Figured. Don't even bother. I just want to be on good terms with him, that we don't hate each other, but now my hatred is growing back inside. It's confirming to me how terrible they are. Ren, can you listen to me for a second? Like, just sit down and listen to what I have to say, okay? Sitting. Hate is a strong emotion. It's something you can't help but feel. Oh, of all the things to say, that's not what... Okay. Yeah, as in I want them all to burn and rot in hell.
Yeah, reaffirm it.
Ren's response there. Burn and rot in hell. But is it really something you should be spending your energy over? Your hatred grows for good reason. You feel shut out of a friend group that you were once in. That's not a reason to hate someone. You can't rationalize shutting you out. Friends grow apart and relationships fade.
The image on the left. What the fuck?
Yeah. It sucks, but people change and make dumb decisions to hurt you. They're not better than me. They think they are. I'm gonna fucking become a millionaire so loved and popular. You're gonna tire yourself out feeling so much hate. Fuck these stupid fucking fuck-ass fucking bitches. Fuck them. Oh my god, shut up, please. I'm fucking mad.
And you are valid in feeling angry, but that's not a healthy way of thinking, Ren. You are holding on to a grudge over people who could give less than a shit about you.
The fact that they gave less of a shit about me gets on my nerves.
You're allowed to be upset with them, but do not spend your energy like this, hating and manifesting your emotions in more intense ones.
Then fucking let them get on your nerves. Don't let them irritate you. How do they just forget about me and block me out and not care that I exist while I burn my heart hating them? What is wrong with me?
That's a stupid thing to let get under your skin.
Get over yourself.
I mean it. I'm now starting to feel irritated by myself for feeling like I should be the center of the world. That shit's so wrong. Because you're not rationalizing what you feel. You feel a strong emotion, but you're not rationalizing it in your mind, so you let other things make it worse. You're not accepting it. There's so many people in the world, and obsessing over these three will only get me canceled and unleash a horde of weird Roblox Twitter girls on me. So I should just forget about them instead of keep hating them. And because you're so upset, you say stupid shit like this. Fuck. Like you need to let it go and focus on what's actually worth your time and energy. You get no benefit holding that much malice against someone who doesn't care. You're gonna end up hurting yourself and pushing other people away. I'm jealous. Zerum has an entire fan base at the tip of her fingers. It gets me so upset that she gets to decide to kick me out. Like, fuck you. I want a fandom.
Every single one of the messages is pretty great. Well, yeah.
I want a fandom too.
Harrison
I will.
reads the chat.
The worst part about popularity is that it's never enough. I can't read two things at once. Is that it's never enough.
I can smile.
You'll always want more. I get 1K likes on a post. I look at Zerum and effortlessly get 4K out of anything, and this is why I blocked Blank for 2 years.
I get 1K likes a post.
We reconnected 2 days ago, by the way. Difference is Blank never hated me. Zerum does. Then let her. Okay. Additional. These photos were taken during RDC on September 7th to establish physical proof. This concludes the end of the conversation. The following below is physical proof of the digital conversation shown previously. So it's the same thing that was shown before.
Oh my god, if my daughter did this shit, I'd be like...
This concludes all events emitted from prior events. Then RDC events. Click the link above to access the voice message.
You can tell Ren genuinely thinks she deserves to live.
So
the fucking Los comments.
The immediate aftermath. Transcription. After, well, that just happened, which was, you know, the supposed assault. Let me,
What is that comment on the below? Look at that, look at that. Below,
what?
to the right. What is Ren saying?
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone.
Multiple times.
Yep, I fantasized. Yeah, it sounds like somebody who just got assaulted personally.
What the fuck?
That's what it really sounds like to me. Okay, so here's the voice message.
What the fuck?
Just, okay, listen, it's fine. I don't want you to feel bad about it. You genuinely made my day. Like, genuinely. Listen, I'm really happy right now.
Are you slurring your speech?
Please don't feel bad in the slightest, okay?
I don't feel bad.
Dude, that's me when I get assaulted sexually. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely me when I get raped.
So then, omitted between so there's multiple crop DMs here, as you can see. So let's see what was in that crop. I may be a little selfish, but I feel like you also deserve to be held.
sorry.
No, you're fine. It's okay. I'm worried that last night when you went back and were stressed or threw up or felt terrible, you deserve to feel happy, not stressed. That was omitted. I wonder why. Also omitted. Yeah, of course, it's going to be midnight with me too. I'm meeting blank today, going shopping and hanging out. We can text each other when everything is done and over. Okay. Want to know something funny? 2 months ago, I wrote a poem about you. Can maybe nerd out about it tonight and show you what it means and stuff, because I write poetry in both English and Arabic. I've been good at it for so many years. Oh boy.
There are some rapes that must occur.
Oh boy. Oh, hi, poem writer. Is that bad?
Hey guys, look how evil Zeal is in these comments, man.
So then, these are very clearly hickeys. I'm doubling down on this. This is very clearly hickeys. This is not like I got strangled. Anyways.
Why are you showing this?
So the following screenshot is provided from another party, so the context serves as evidence that was not shared between Ren and Zeal. Occurs after the September 5th, what happened. Ren alleges that Zeal had left physical marks on her necks without her consent. In other instances, Ren refers to these marks as hickeys and expresses inconsistent feelings about them, at times describing violation, something to tolerate, and other times presenting them as a more casual or positive thing. This document does not independently verify this claim, and it is included here to reflect the context in which Ren describes her state of mind.
Yeah, she really calls it a hickey at the bottom.
Slept with Zeal, what do you think? He just left. He slept the night here. Do you have concealer? This man is a freak. He left marks everywhere. I didn't know it was that dark. I can't go to RDC without concealer / can't go home without it either. My parents can see this. Yes, I have concealer. Like, bro. Shows picture. Fucking freak. Fucking freak. He's so freaky. I'll fix you up. Come here. Okay, let me dress up. Okay. Bro, my hickey kind of hurts right now. Don't touch it. I feel like I need to give you an extra room key for no reason whatsoever. Oh, wow. I wonder why this was omitted. Huh.
Well, this is because he's rape.
And this occurred after the supposed sexual assault, by the way. I'm not coming over, sorry. I need a proper night's rest. I did not have to giggle this hard, blank. Is like what you were laughing at.
Loud and proud.
See what you do to me, man? You embarrass me. Wearing your hickeys loud and proud today, not telling anyone where I got them. Part of my fit. Hickeys on my neck. So didn't actually do the concealer on that day.
Lol.
Okay. And then we've got another missing event here. Dude, I'm being told you're telling people. Can you stop? What? What do you mean? Who? It's our business. Can you fucking not? Who did I tell what? This was meant to be private. I'm being told it's 5 people now. What? Who the fuck? Who is it? Well, you should know because you told them. Who told you I told? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? I'm not saying, but you're making them uncomfortable. Zeal, who is it? You're making me disappointed that you're now telling others. That isn't cool. Zeal, please tell me who said that. No. Zeal, I need to know. I'm not saying who, but it was big enough of a problem that they're now telling me. Missing event continued too. Read chronologically left to right across each row. And then this is a quote from the document. He engineered a situation that he knew would trigger me. He knew exactly what lever to pull and pulled it. When I lost control. This is what BPD looks like when someone who knows your diagnosis deliberately pushes on it. I said things I did not mean. I made threats. I'm physically small. He knows I am physically small. He has always known that.
That does not matter.
The threats were empty, and he knew they were empty. He had just left marks on my neck 3 nights before. I had never hurt anyone in my life. During a period of an intense BPD episode, Ren expresses several warnings of intent to harm, which she later attributes to mental health crisis. Regardless of intent, the tone and content of these messages could reasonably be perceived as alarming or threatening by the recipient, particularly given the immediacy and specificity of the language used.
So it's like a private relationship. During this time, she goes around telling people about it, where he's obviously pissed off. And if you look at the first image that your mouse is over, he's hesitant to even tell her because he knows she's gonna freak the fuck out. He tells her, and then she threatens to punch him in the fucking face.
Right.
What the fuck?
Is it blank? I'm going to punch blank in the face today. Why did you even tell blank? He knew. He found out himself. Doesn't mean you have to fucking talk about it. Come the fuck on, man. So I admitted it, and it wasn't blank. I'll deal with this. I can figure out who it is now. I explicitly told you not to tell the others about it, and you tell them. I don't care if they knew. I'll deal with this. I asked you not to talk about it. I'll deal with it. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You've broken my trust. I can't trust you now. Fuck my life. Fuck my life. Fuck. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him. It wasn't blank. I'm going to kill him. My heart rate is going so high right now. I can't stay here. I'm going to find him right now and punch the living shit out of him between the seats. It wasn't Blank who told me. I know it's not Blank. Blank, I'm coming for the guy right now. They won't let me in.
This is a normal person.
Missing event continue 3. This reference to legal context is included only for the general information purposes only and should not be taken as a definitive or applicable legal conclusion. According to Penal Code, willfully threatens. Okay, so that's what it is. It is unclear if the recipient experienced sustained fear in response to these messages, as these threats were communicated exclusively to Zeal. However, directed to a separate individual reference below, which is, this is both from Ren's document. My friend X was not there that night because Zeal had told me he would not come. This was a lie. X did not show up for RIAs because he had a business meeting, not because I made him uncomfortable. Zeal invented that. He just told me X didn't want to be around me so that I would feel more alone. It worked. Under page 76, under what was happening under my back. Then on 78, my friend X, I answered, yelled, and cursed at him. I asked why he had not shown up at the Innovation Awards and why he left me waiting. I did not know yet that Zeal had lied to me about X not wanting to be around me. I was still carrying that lie as fact. X took all of it. He did not get super defensive. He told me he'd gotten caught up with the business meeting and was late. Then he asked where I was. I sent him my location. He ran on foot the entire distance in his expensive suit and shoes. When I saw him across the street, he was already running towards me. He grabbed me and held on. He said he was so glad nothing happened to me. He checked if I was hurt and then went to the man and thanked him. He crouched down and let Binary lick him and thanked her too. Later he told me, Rin, you could never make me uncomfortable. It was Zeal what he did to you. I didn't know how to help you or to tell you what was going on. It's all new to me. So then we have Rin on Rin's side of things, which she never showed. I'll fucking find him. Security stopped me. Tell him to face me like a fucking man. Blank didn't show because you made him too uncomfortable. I know it's not Blank. You said it's not Blank, so I'm sitting out waiting. Once he leaves, I'm killing him. I don't care if they deport me. I don't give a shit if I get arrested. I don't give a fuck if anything happens. Zeal is disengaged from this entire interaction after expressing frustration and did not continue responding during this period.
Ren is gender fluid.
This withdrawal occurs during a period where Ren's emotional distress starts to intensify as she becomes apologetic and starts exhibiting suicidal tendencies from this period. Why'd you fucking tell him in the first place? I need his blood on my hands. I told you really fucking clearly, do not tell others. So why do you go around talking about it? What the fuck is wrong with you? If you want to come punch me, you can. This was a personal experience between us, and you go ahead and just ignore my boundaries.
He just ignores what she said.
Like, come the fuck on. Why'd you do that? What makes you think this was okay? You were on thin ice telling blank and blank, but then you kept on doing it. Why would you do that to me? I asked not to have it shared and you did it anyway. Why would you do that? I'll never be able to trust you with anything ever again. Your words will hold no value to me as I know just how easily you break promises. Why? I don't know. You don't have to ever. I don't understand why. I don't know. You don't ever have to trust me again. I understand. I fucked up. I don't know what I was. I don't know. I don't know, Zeal. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say sorry. It won't mean anything to you past this point. I can't punch him. I'll find a way to get to a high place. I'll never show you my face ever again. I'm sorry. Come the fuck on. I'm sorry. Security lady is right. Punching someone wouldn't do anything. Please don't kill yourself. You don't deserve to die. Zeal's last interaction.
Pro tips to Roblox developers: wear body cams now.
True.
Literally wear body cams. Holy fuck.
Zeal's last interaction with Ren occurred at 20:36 or 8:36 p.m. According to Zeal, he was not properly informed of Ren's suicide attempt until he arrived home, given that he was withdrawn from interacting with Ren due to his indignation. No further interaction or intervention from Zeal is documented until September 11th. Several individuals who will not be named are made aware of Ren's intent to commit sui via direct Discord communication from Ren, inducing concern, panic, and secondary traumatic stress. I'm not DF. What's DF? I don't know if it matters anymore, but I miss you. I'm going to miss you. It's okay. Interesting to come from an assault victim. But it's possible, sure. The back rooms, it's weird, lol. So, like, how much do you hate me now? I'm hating America right now because people kill themselves a lot, that they all lock all doors on the rooftops. Back in Jordan, shit was easier. BSS country.
Shut up. Shut up.
Missed a call. Missed a call. Missed a call. Stop. Please, 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 Zeal. Is this why blank won't answer my calls? The following screenshot is provided from another party, so this context serves as evidence that was not shared between Ren and Zeal. All of the evidence spans from September 6th to, from 7 to, or almost 8 to almost 9. Ren, where are you? Going to beat a man. Why? Where are you? Who? Where are you? Ren, I need to kill myself. Stop it. What's going on? Where are you? Where are you, Ren? Just going to my room, I want to sleep. Okay, I lied like I always do. What do you mean? Shows this. What are you doing? The last
Why
thing.
do people lie about things when, like, there is just so much history like this?
Yeah. The last thing to ever
It's kind of
do.
like Turkey Tom. Sorry, continue.
No, you're fine. Ren, stop. Blank didn't come. What are you doing? Because he's uncomfortable, and he found out that I had sex with Zeal, and he went and told Zeal I told 5 people. I don't want to be alive anymore. I keep doing this, Sam. Stop it. Stop it. Zeal won't answer me. Blank won't answer me. I don't feel like I'm awake anymore. Ren.
Hallway.
Hallway. Call it last 4 minutes. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not doing this, Ren. You need to fucking stop. This isn't what I wanted. What's going on? Blank told Zeal that I hold 5 people. I fucked up so bad. Stop it. I can't. Time won't stop. You can. This is ridiculous. Where's Blank? He doesn't answer his phone. He's near me. You need to stop, Ren. I can't. Where are you right now? Every building I reach ends up with a locked door. Trying to find another. Locked again. Can I talk to Blank? Please stop this. Law enforcement was notified as a result of widespread awareness that Ren was endangering her own life. The statements expressing intent to harm others were clearly communicated only with Zeal. This information was essentially inaccessible to anybody other than Zeal, and was not the main concern reported to the authorities. The undisclosed parties are not professionally trained to handle or respond to a SUI attempt, thus warranting an alert to call law enforcement. Okay. The timeline for now, how this event ended, follows the same events mentioned in Ren's document. This concludes all evidence omitted from RDC events. Oh, and then here are the Twitter DMs. Awesome. To preface, Ren is not able to provide this segment in her document due to the suspicion of her private account. Private accounts after RDC, page 20. What he did with that access, sure. All messages sent on the black left-hand side are from Ren, and all messages on the white right-hand side are from Zeal. These are not organized in any specific chronological order and do not represent a complete archive of all communication between the two parties. Message frequency and timing may reflect periods which one party was inactive or unavailable, and gaps in responses shouldn't be interpreted as continuous real-time engagement or interaction. The provided screenshots have a time frame from September 14th to the 25th. The following material contains explicit sexual content and language. So, and again, this is over 10 days after supposed sexual assault. May I have permission to drop my filter in here and type out my freaky thoughts whenever I want to? I wanna you. I managed to orgasm. I don't know if there's something wrong with me, but I get so horny I can't blank and blank. But after 30 minutes of going at it, whenever I look up Google's, like, oh, it's either naturally don't blank or rarely because of anxiety and depression and stress. Blank. That's why that day I told you blank, but I'm embarrassed by the fact I don't blank, and then I thought, you thought it's because I don't like you or something, and I worried even more about my body, but yeah, it's just my body acts like that. Blank helped a lot. I didn't think about that being possible during that, so I was like, whoa. Do you ever feel like your mental health affects your stuff too sometimes or often? And then responding to, do I have permission to drop my filter in here? Sure. Yeah, I'm really glad you care a lot and didn't try anything uncomfortable to me. Bro.
Lawyers in the throwing their hands up like, well, we're fucked.
Yeah, if Ren had a lawyer, they'd be putting a fucking shotgun in their mouth. That's crazy.
They just died. They killed themselves.
Jesus Christ,
They didn't
dude.
fake it like Ren.
That's actually fucking insane.
What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing?
Okay, so then next, let's see. I wish I could raw dog that shit, quote unquote. Bro, you gonna read up some fucked up shit when I get horny, dog. You don't even know what you're agreeing to. But yeah, like, don't sweat the blank. Jesus. I didn't blank, I didn't have time to. Blank could. Oh, blank was good. I just never felt blank in a long time, so I was like, whoa. It was like, what the fuck? My shit don't hurt anymore. Okay. I don't get blank. It's because I don't like you or something. Nah, I got it. If a girl blank, or in this case, if a guy blank, that's why I blank.
So why are these censored? I'm assuming it says like orgasm. And
Yeah,
ejaculate.
something along those lines, probably. Oh, you can call me girl. It's okay. I am gender fluid now, so you can use whatever pronouns. I don't mind. She. Okay, whatever. Well, one thing I learned from this is sex is really hard. Like, damn, I thought this stuff was easy. You watch too much porn. No, you do. Fuck you, man. I miss the way your tongue feels in my mouth every once in a while. Wait, I thought you hated it.
Well, this is
You explicitly said you hated it.
Guys,
That's
this is
weird.
Stockholm Syndrome. This is...
That's odd. Like, when I tell you that shit had me lose my mind, my soul left my body. I didn't know what to say or form coherent words. I just, shit happens, fuck man, oof. Is this, like, this is a giant smoking gun, by the way. This is a huge smoking gun.
I like how it's at the end, dude.
Right. Like, this is insane. Think I should send you something from my secret vault? Question mark. I have a place where I stash my nudes behind a password, and I take them for fun. I call it the secret vault lol. The secret vault. Oh. Just remember, I won't send any. Ugh, never mind. I'll just send random porn of my favorite ships for now, then. Good night. My soul left my body. I don't know what to say or form coherent words. I just let that shit happen. I let that shit happen. Interesting. You're not even good at kissing. You suck. I just like sloppy, dumb idiots like you are so just dumb. I like tongue kissing. I didn't know I liked it until you did it to me. Like, deadass, I was shocked and then fucking passed out because it felt so good. I thought you said I sucked. Like, I wanted to kiss you back and I just couldn't, like, blah. You suck, because you don't start with tongue right away. Okay, maybe except with me. You can now, because I like that shit. Okay, fine. You get the certificate of good French kisser. You gotta work on normal kisses. Someone shaking my head. I'm not beating the Gooner allegations. I'm just so horny most of the time, lol. Me neither. Something about me, when I orgasm, I get so fucking tight, your dick would snap off. Cool. My pussy is a trap. Scary. And, like, I go from so fucking tight to suddenly limp and can't move for 5 minutes. I'm like
Dude,
a corpse.
types like me.
It's just like, it's like so worth it. You gotta make it happen. Coochie reveal. I love this image. It's like my pussy for real. All videos are basically the same. Moaning my name while masturbating. Notes. We're actually audio files, but show as videos on PC. I'm having the thoughts in my brain unwillingly before bed. I like your tongue in my mouth that day. I can't forget the way it tasted. And, blank, good. It's weird to say, right? Hehehe. Alright, like, maybe you probs know this, but, like, like, damn, like, blank, like, okay. Like, blank, like, wait, so, like, how do I ask, like, blank? Like, so, blank.
You ever have a dream that, like, you win and then...
I know I'm being cringe. I don't know how to talk like this. Sorry. So, like, when you think about me, if you still do, wait, so, do you even think about me anymore? Maybe not. I'm so fucking stupid. Like, if you do think about me, not necessarily expecting that, like, I'm not really, like, a big deal. Oh my god, I can't be bothered to read that.
I just...
how dirty does your mind go? What positions would you want to try with me? Is there things you want to say to me in bed?
I can read
or
this
want
for
me to
you
say
if
to
you
you?
want.
Yeah, you want to do that paragraph?
Okay. Like, if you do think about me, not necessarily expecting that you do, I'm not really, like, that big of a deal, I guess. But, like, if you ever do, if ever nowadays, maybe not, but hypothetically, if you think about me, what do you think? Like, when a man is, like, I don't know, touching himself, or, like, does a man think, like, how do you get yourself off? Like, it's maybe you're my brain, because maybe it's a different from female brain, or... Maybe, like, I know I'm, like, yapping a lot, but I'm just really curious, like, what goes on in your imagination and your mind, and when you think, because, like, when you think there's thinking involved, which means something is in your brain, and I want to know what that something is, because obviously it's, if hypothetically it was me, but if it was me and you thought of me, what would you think? Like, how dirty does your mind go? Like, what kind of position would you want to try with me? Like, is there... I don't know, maybe, like, is there things that you'd want to say to me in bed, or want me to say to you, or I don't know, I don't fucking know. I'm just a teeny bit stupid when I think about you sometimes. You know, for science, are you able to get hard after you come within minutes, or are you able to do it at once? Then that's it. Or if you are able to, you know, how many times a night can you go? Or actually, what's your personal best? I don't know how that shit works, actually. I don't have a cock, obviously. Not a flex, but I feel like I can fuck you up and break you before you could ever break me. Like, I'd want to test that theory, because I'm not, you know, too sure about my capabilities, of course, but I feel like I could fuck you so good that you'd pass out, and your brain would shut down before I get tired, and then keep asking for more. And I'd bet money on it too, but who knows? Maybe you could destroy me and fuck me, and I'ma be like, you know, shut down completely like a corpse, and we'd have to test that theory to see who's stronger. And this is bad.
Yeah, that's all. I hope I didn't bother you. Sorry. I'm also extremely wet right now, and I want you so bad, Lamau. Like, it's really, really funny. Maybe, I don't know, but my hands and fingers are so tiny I can't get that deep. My fingers disappear into my pussy, and it's barely anywhere near deep. Lamau, what am I saying? I need to shut the fuck up. Sorry. So then on, you know, the 25th of September.
I killed this bitch.
25th of September. We've got but she's me for real, for real. Sai, you didn't answer my questions on private. Sai. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. I don't think I'm comfortable or cut out for the whole online flirting, relationship dating thing. I don't think it's healthy for me. Oh. Sorry. It's fine. I'll just leave it be then. Fuck this stupid bitch, bro. Literally ruining this guy's life because he doesn't return your fucking, like, the shit that you want. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Rot in hell. Jesus fucking Christ. Rot in hell. Rot in hell, bitch.
God, I'm
like,
gonna cry.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna cry.
Like, god damn, bro. According to Zeal, he was not awake during the entirety of Ren's messages through Twitter. He mentions that this was his response once he woke up. This is the same string of messages he can find from Ren's document in this segment. This does not detail all the content shared between them on their private accounts,
and cuddles.
but it provides further context into what was shared between both parties. Remember how she said in her response, in one of her responses on Twitter that we just read earlier? Do you remember what it said? It said, "I don't want to have sex with someone." It said, "I don't want sex out of a relationship like this."
Oh my god.
That's interesting. Okay. This concludes all evidence omitted from Twitter DMs. This document is intended to be short and concise. Everything should be interpreted using the reader's own independent judgment. I use my independent judgment, and I have decided with my independent judgment that I personally believe that this is all a giant fucking sham. Fucking sham. Disgusting fucking sham. Yeah, whoever the fuck wrote this, you're a godsend. You're great.
Yeah, this was a really good document. I'd put some things in a different order, but other than that, it was really clear and concise.
Yep. She's the woman all of them poets and shit warned us about. Real, dude. Real. Okay.
Yeah, Ren, I feel for you. If you need any help, just hit up my DMs. We'll talk about this.
Okay, so then that's
really
something
cool.
we've already read there. So, okay, so this is the most recent thing to happen. So, this was a Discord announcement made recently. The document has been taken down to a massive wave of reports for quote-unquote bullying. We are currently going over the document again to make sure it's clear and focus on the assault and some new accounts from the other victims of Zeal, removing anything that caused extra confusion and any info that is bloated from the last document. I wanted to share with you the section from the new version, though, as I think it's important, from Zeal's final video. I want to be entirely clear that I never intended, nor did I want for Zeal to attempt to harm himself. However, his choices following the exposure of his actions are not my responsibility. Wow.
How do you have any support?
Wow. What a disgusting fucking freak, dude.
How does anyone support you? You're a horrible person.
Jesus.
Oh my god, this looks so bad.
I watched the video he released and I found it utterly disturbing. Hearing him claim to love me, which is something that you said multiple times. You said that you loved him multiple times. Why is it wrong for him to do so?
What?
Ooh, this, like, okay. Hearing him claim to love me or express a desire for me to hold his hand after the violation he put me through, and after learning he is engaged in similar patterns with other feminine-presenting individuals, is a profound manipulation of the facts. He still refuses to see me as a human being with boundaries. Shut up, bitch. It is clear that Seal needs professional help, and I sincerely hope that he seeks it. It is also deeply unsettling to see those around him, specifically his mother, enabling his behavior rather than ensuring that he receives actual psychological support that he deserves, but instead lashing out about taking legal action against me, and I hope they do. I hope they do. I hope they sue you for every fucking dollar that you've ever earned.
I hope they do.
People like this genuinely should get...
You are so fucked.
People like this should genuinely get, like, indicted. Like, I just...
What do you mean? All she did was falsely accuse him of horrific shit and ruin his life.
Yeah, and ruin his entire life. Yeah, I know. And calling me a liar. Enabling an abuser is not love. It only prevents them from facing the reality of what they've done.
What do you...
Like, in Minecraft. Sorry, I'm really pissed off. Sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm into Minecraft. I will not be guilt-tripped into taking responsibility for a situation created by his own actions. My trauma and pain are both real, and the truth does not become wrong just because the person being held accountable is in a state of crisis. I blame Zeal for what he did to me, and I will not let his response to the consequences of those actions be used to silence me. If you'd like to share this on Twitter or the sorts, go ahead. I've just been off of them for my mental safety. If you'd like to share this on Twitter, yeah. There's a massive amount of cyber harassment, and it's kind of shit. Lamau, brah. Smoking cat with a fedora. Also, fucking fix your posture, idiot.
Fix your fucking posture.
Was that supposed to be towards Zeal?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I just, like, what is wrong with this person? I wonder if we should try getting Zeal on here, because I do know his friends.
I think we could, if Zeal was interested in it, we could interview him at a later time, but I think he's going through a lot right now.
No, I mean, obviously,
yeah.
But if probably, like, not immediately, like, right after, but,
yeah,
you know,
but
we probably set something up.
If he was interested in talking to me, I'd be more than willing to. I'd be more than willing to hear his side. Like, I think that genuinely this woman needs to be sued into the ground. I think we've seen more than enough evidence here today that shows that she should be sued into the fucking ground.
Actually, I don't know if we could have him on live because he is pursuing legal action. So I don't know.
Well, we don't know that for a fact. We don't know if that was real, right? So, like, that's kind of the whole thing. Like,
well,
I think it probably is. But
I don't think these kind of people would bluff because, you know, these people have fuck you money. So
yeah, at the very least we could
doubt it.
At the very least we could potentially see, but yeah, if they are moving forward with legal measures, then we'll just back off of it. Wow. Fucking wow. That's all I have to say to that. I'm going to pass this document on to Quamgo. I am once again, as we said before, pretty fucking disappointed with the way that he treated this. And I will pass this on to him and hope that he reads it.